Like a strand of 1.25 going through all the gemstones.
Yeah.
And then another strand sitting above, but just the bare wire, 1.25. And then with the 1.25 wire again, I've wrapped round and round, crisscrossing in between. So it's going over the wire at the top and then in between each gemstone. And as you work up and down, it sort of crisscrosses naturally because it diagonally one way, diagonally the next.
It's amazing.
Very simple to do, but yeah.
And that brings us to the end of the show, so I'm so sorry if we run out of time to bring you any more texts. Any questions that you have though, if you go on to, how can people find you on Facebook?
Just Gemma Crow. Just Gemma Crow, you'll find me on there. Or guest designer Gemma Crow, although I haven't been on that page for a long time.
So good luck in finding her. Don't go anywhere though, because Ellen Alanda's up next. She's amazing. Mwah! See you soon, bye.
Bye.
Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. This is Carol with you for the next 4 hours and Sara Elvin standing behind a wall.
My chair's developed a fault, it just keeps going down.
You do look like you're standing behind a wall. Or you're a child.
I sit on it and it just...
Oh no. Joke chair. We're going to try and find Sara another chair. I tell you what, we've had to do so much jiggery pokery this morning with finding a chair for me to put my leg on under the desk. Chloe, in her current state, having to lift chairs and things like that. There's me trying to hobble around without a crutch. It's just, you know, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? What's that? What's her current state? I can say, can't I? Chloe's got a baby in her tummy. She's got a baby in her belly. She's got a baby in her belly. In her current condition. Well, in your current condition, that just kind of means, you know, everyone knows what that means, don't they? Anyway, did you have a good weekend? Everyone enjoy the weather? You enjoy the weather, Sara?
I did. Look, I've grown.
Oh, she's grown. We're just going to find you another chair.
That's all right.
What did you get up to this weekend, Lovey?
Spent a lot of time in the garden.
Nice.
And a lot of time down by the river in Twickenham, which was beautiful. Absolutely just standing room only though. It was absolutely...
I bet it was rammed.
Yeah, because it was all the part of the festival was still running in Twickenham and they were doing dragon boat races.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
It was a Stratford boat race yesterday, not as kind of prestigious, I'm sure, as dragon boat racing in Twickenham, but it was the RAF race yesterday. It was good fun. I went to a christening yesterday. It was lovely. Went to a christening. It was really, really lovely. Really hot, but really lovely. How you doing? I had the worst night's sleep of my life last night. Horrendous. I think it's because it was about 25 degrees in our bedroom. So you're sleeping with the duvet off, with all the windows open and everything, and Hattie's coughing, and it was horrendous. It was the worst night's sleep of my life. But anyway, I'm feeling good now. Oh, look at refreshed. Lovely. We've got Kerry with us on cameras. I like your hair today, Kerry. I like the plaque thing going on. It's very nice. Cassie's back from her holidays. Come on, Cass. Here she is. She always looks like she doesn't want to do it, but she does. She loves it. Woo! Yeah! She is, yeah. Back from her holidays. We've got Dion who's producing today. Dion, you know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. You know. Come on. Flash your graphics. What do you mean you don't know how to do them? Don't give it. There we go. Lovely. And we've got Chloe with us as well today who's directing. Chloe, give us a crazy cut. Now today's show, I think we just need to scrap whatever theme today's show is. I've got my own theme for today's show, the Bargain Trade Offer Amazingness Show. I think it's a catchy title. I think it's going to go far. It is going to be the most amazing show. So it's quite seriously, we've got the most amazing deals on findings. We've got some brand new findings. We've got a kit with our newest findings pack in, which is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it, Sara? It is beautiful. 3 amazing kits going down to amazing prices. What Sara Elvin can't do with Eslon thread isn't worth knowing. I'll tell you that for nothing. That's coming up in one of our kits today. Loads of findings, double troubles, triple troubles, cabochons, gemstones, matrix boxes, mesh, Loads. And our new ins are incredible as well. Now, today's early bird special, brand new findings. These are brand new, aren't they? These ones. What ones are we? We're doing these ones. We're doing these ones. Do you know what? It's like working with people who just, you know, we're doing these ones. The earring posts. I tell you what. I just said they're brand new. Tell you what. Oh, I tell you what. We're gonna come to blows this morning. She's just talking. I don't know what you're going on about this morning, Dee. Honestly. I love her. Right. Oh, can I just tell you quickly? I've had birds on my bird feeder, everyone.
Yay!
Yeah! Seriously, there was like an orderly queue yesterday, an orderly queue of blue tits trying to get to my bird feeder. I've changed the food. I got it from Poundland. Pellets with mealworm in them. Sounds disgusting, but they're kind of like white pellets. They absolutely love them.
Yeah, they go mad for those.
They do.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was a queue of birds trying. It was one in, one out, one in, one out. Now I've got a problem. I've got too many birds in my bird feeder. Never thought I'd have that problem. I might have to get another bird feeder.
That's it. That's the trouble. You need another one now.
Brand new findings, everyone. I might go and get another bird feeder on the way back from home from work
I've got
today.
3 in my
That's how middle-aged I am. Oh, go and get some more mealworms.
Yeah, I've got 3 feeders in my garden.
Do you?
Yeah. So
They attract different kinds of birds.
yeah, because it depends what food you put up there.
It
so,
does.
You know, I get the sort of grey furry birds as well that come along and try and nick all the food. The squirrels.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tree rats.
Yeah, they try and nick all the food, but yeah, I get all sorts in there, and then sometimes I get jays coming down, and sometimes
Nice.
if I've got the fat balls out, I sometimes get a woodpecker.
Ah, woody woodpecker.
Yeah.
There you go. You want a peacock, do you, Dion? Well, I want Robert Downey Jr. Things aren't, you know, things don't always happen that way. Dear me. Right, brand new findings here. These are brand new findings. These are brand new findings. Brand new findings. Oh yes, they're brand new findings. Right, so these are rose gold plated copper earring posts with backs. Don't look very attractive there, do they? Because it's just a big pile of them. But let me hold these up. These are absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome findings. These are brand new. You are going to be getting 100 pairs. 100 pairs of findings. These are your rose gold plated copper earring posts with butterfly backs included. Okay, so you don't have to get the butterfly backs separately. You know, some places actually charge you separately to get the butterfly backs, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. If you're going to be getting a pair of earrings, you've got to get the backs to go with them. We don't charge you extra for the butterfly backs. It's all part of one great deal. I mean, that really should go without saying, shouldn't it? But in some places, you will be surprised. So, rose gold plated copper. These are absolutely awesome. I love the way that these have been designed. Of course, you've got the kind of classic post and the butterfly back. Then you've got a little loop underneath the ball on the bottom of the finding. This is so you can hang things like eye pins, chain, and you can hang gemstones from these earrings. They're absolutely wonderful. The design on these is really, really fantastic. Now you can get earring findings. Oh my god, look at those! An army of earring posts with butterfly backs. That literally is like an army, isn't it? An army of findings there. It is just incredible to be able to bring you brand new findings like this. We get very excited here on Jewellery Maker when we get to bring you brand new findings, because findings deals for us are very, very, very difficult and actually very expensive for us to be able to bring to you. Precious metal at the end of the day is just that, it is precious. So it's going to be reasonably expensive for us to get hold of. It's very difficult for us to be competitive price-wise on findings, especially when it's going to be precious metal plated. For that reason, the margin that we have, any kind of margin that we have on our findings deals tends to be very, 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 very low indeed, even when these are brand new. Now, you can get involved in a couple of different ways, either by giving us a call on our free phone number, which is at the bottom of the screen there, or by getting involved on our website, which is jewellerymaker.com. If you're brand new to Jewellery Maker today, 100 pairs of earring findings might sound like a lot. It is a lot. It's going to last you a long time, but believe it or not, you will end up using them. You absolutely will. There are a number of occasions that I can think of when I've been making pieces of jewellery and I've realised that I've run out of crimp beads or I've run out of lobster claw clasps, and there is nothing more frustrating when you're in that kind of jewellery making groove to have run out of some of your essential findings. These are essential findings. They are just that. And from speaking to guest designers who do craft fairs, from speaking to jewellery maker viewers who come in to do some of our workshops, bigger selling items tend to be things like earrings and rings as well, because you seem to be able to sell them for a really, really low price, make a bit of money on top, and they're nice and quick and easy and simple to make as well. I've already got tons of you coming through on the web and on the phone lines, which is great to see. Now on the web you can see the price these are going to go down to, which is why I've got more web bidders coming through than I do have telephone bidders. However, I've got Kathleen and I've got Geraldine, a few others who are coming through on the phone lines who are really, really savvy as well. Julie from Cornwall, you just secured yourself 100 pairs of earring findings. Today, the price is awesome. These are brand new. Get them whilst they're hot, because they are going to go today. Here's your deal today. Have a look at this. $12.95 for 100 pairs of rose gold plated copper earring findings. These are amazing, amazing, amazing. 100 pairs is a lot, isn't it, Sarah? It is an awful lot of findings, but you will use them, won't you?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I sit and I do my earrings in batches, and I do sort of 20 pairs at a time, and you think, oh crikey, so that's only 5 sittings that you're going to get, you know, sort of doing that.
That's a good point, actually.
And I always keep, it seems a bit obvious, but I always keep, when I've made a kit up or I've made a set of jewellery, I always keep the spare gemstones in pairs. And you know the little bags your findings come in?
Yes.
I keep them in pairs in those little bags, and they just sit in my earrings box. And then when I want to go and make earrings, I've got pairs of gemstones, I can just pull them all out.
And they're so easy to make, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're really quite simple to make, aren't they?
They are very easy to make. You use, you know, minimal findings. You know, you use the earring findings. You might use a bit of wire. You might use a few head pins, a bit of beading thread and a crimp bead.
Yeah.
You know, you can make them very, very easily. And they are ones that I find do sell very well, because sometimes people don't necessarily want to buy somebody a real statement piece like a necklace or a statement bracelet.
Yeah.
But
you don't necessarily know what their
earrings,
taste is. Yes,
you know,
exactly.
you go for a pair of earrings. I find that neutral colours sell really well. So
Yeah.
things like your muted browns, things like Botswana agates, or your neutrals, your blacks and whites, or your sort of things like amethyst and rose quartz. Those sort of girly girl colours.
Yeah.
They go really well.
And not to mention which, you know, Sarah was saying if you've got a couple of gemstones left, keep them in pairs. How often have you got that beautiful strand of pearls? You've been really careful about how you've used all the pearls on that strand. You've got 2 left, and you think, oh, what am I going to do with these? Make them into a pair of earrings. Make them into a beautiful pair of earrings. A pair of gorgeous big pearls with earring findings like this. I think, you know, you could look at charging, you know, between £12 and £15 just for 1 pair of earrings. You know, I don't think that would be unreasonable at all. 100 pairs of these earring findings are costing you less than £13. It's going to be simple and easy to actually make that little bit of money. And it's quite often the way with Jewellery Maker, the more findings you get, almost the less you pay. It's always worth multi-buying these. And actually, speaking of multi-buying, I've got a few of you who are multi-buying this morning as well, which is great. The whole point of the early bird is to encourage you to open your order nice and early, because you're only paying 1 P&P of £2.95 for the entire day. That lasts from 9 AM to 9 PM this evening, okay? So it's one lot of P&P, which is great. 100 pairs of rose gold plated copper earring findings for under £13. This is just a small selection. All the rest is down here. Now, to go with these today, how about these? This is going to be part of Sarah's challenge today. How about these? Rose gold plated beautiful beads here. Rose gold is absolutely everywhere at the minute. It's great for vintage style pieces. It's my favourite precious metal. It's kind of, it suits everyone's skin tone, which is just wonderful. If you don't know if somebody wears silver or gold, or whether they suit silver or gold, chances are is that they're going to suit rose gold, and it's a really unusual precious metal as well. Basically, rose gold is gold which is mixed with copper to give you that beautiful pink element, and it suits absolutely everyone's skin tone. It's really beautiful, whether you're olive skinned or whether you've got fair skin or very, very dark skin. It's absolutely the precious metal, and it's great for those vintage style pieces. I've got so much on today's show that these are going to go with as well. Dion's telling me that we've got loads of new telephone bidders coming through this morning, which is great to see. If you are brand new to Jewellery Maker, all right, hang on, just contort. There we go. Sorry, I'm incapacitated at the minute. I've got a poorly knee. But anyway, so if you're brand new to Jewellery Maker today, this is the first time you've ever watched the show, this is the first time you've ever placed an order, welcome! You get free with your first order a free tutorial DVD. This is an hour-long DVD with loads of fantastic basic techniques on everything from how to tie a knot in elastic to how to create loops with your head pins and eye pins, how to do all of those incredible basic techniques which will really stand you in such good stead for your jewellery making hobby. If you have made loads and loads of pieces of jewellery before, it's also a fantastic DVD to have and to watch, because it will help you refine a lot of your techniques that you've already learnt. This is a new one. I haven't seen this one before. How to finish off ribbon. Nice technique, nice. So you get your free tutorial DVD, you get your Jewellery Maker booklet as well, Get Started with Jewellery Maker, which has got loads of information in there, as well as information on things like findings. You might not know what a finding is. A finding is basically the mechanics that hold pieces of jewellery together. Information on here in head pins, eye pins, lobster claw clasps, bolt ring clasps, jump rings, earring findings, loads of information in there, and a really fantastic booklet to own as well, and some techniques at the back as well. You also get the JM Hub magazine, which is a monthly magazine, and you also get information on our workshops and tutorials here at Jewellery Maker as well, because you can come and learn so much here. Have the day out, come to Redditch, and the Jewellery Maker Studios. Redditch, if you like roundabouts, Redditch is the place to be. If you like one-way systems, Redditch is the place to be. If you like jewellery making, Redditch is the place to be. I'll tell you that for now. It's absolutely gorgeous. So all this free with your first order. Go to our YouTube channel, watch any of our shows and our kind of specials and any kind of techniques as well. Did you say we got some texts? Sorry, I can hardly hear you today. I'm so sorry. I think it's my earpiece. Hang on, let's take it out. Oh, can't hear Dion anymore. That's nice. I heard it go, what? There's our text number if you want to send us a text today. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions that you have for Sarah, Jewellery Maker related or life related. She's a very good listener. Then please do text in. Our number is 60777. There we go. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Text a charge at your standard network rate. We'd love to hear from you today. Any questions that you have, any shout outs you want to, oh, that's better. I can hear me now. I can hear you. I can hear you, love. There we go, and you get a 30-day money-back guarantee with everything you get from Jewellery Maker as well, which is great. Right, shall we challenge Sarah? Okie dokie. Now, we've got Sarah with us today. Sarah is one of those guest designers who will have a go at anything. She was looking in these boxes today, looking at the choosing a challenge today. And she said, do you know what, Carol, nothing scares me. Absolutely nothing. Give me anything. You'll have a go at anything, won't you?
Well, because that's how you know, expand your horizons, you know. And it was one of those things. I used to be scared of wire. I'm not scared of wire anymore. Used to be scared of polymer. Doesn't scare me anymore. You know, it's all of those sorts of things, you know. The only thing that I probably haven't really had much of a go at is resin. That's the only thing that I've probably not had much of a go at. But I've got it at home, so it's one on my list of things to get out and practice with.
Fantastic. You see, you just got to have a go. Throw yourself in at the deep end. Today, Sarah's challenge is something which is, this is absolutely beautiful, by the way. It's stunning, and it does, there are two parts to this challenge. First part is gorgeous amethyst nuggets, amethyst drops. These are all about irregular sizes, organic qualities. This is all about bringing you every single variety of colour in the amethyst spectrum. It's absolutely beautiful. Amethyst is an amazing gemstone. You're looking at a gemstone here that was probably formed about 50, 60 million years ago. 50, 60 million years ago, kind of the age of, kind of the era of the dinosaurs, this incredible genuine gemstone. It is absolutely tremendous. Where's this amethyst from? Is it Africa or is it Brazil? We're just going to double check actually. Beautiful colours in here. And as you can see, it's not just those deep dark purples, it's lavenders. There's loads of clarity, there's loads of transparency, but also there are also kind of moments of opaque quality as well. So the whole colour spectrum and the whole kind of clarity spectrum as well in this beautiful strand of graduated drops. A little bit different to the nuggets that we can offer you. Sometimes we offer you kind of big strands of nuggets. These are slightly larger. These are slightly larger and they're slightly more polished and they've got a slightly better quality, I think, than some of the nuggets we can offer you. Look at those colours there. They really work, don't they? Now you've got 2 strands of your purple amethyst here. 2 strands in total. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really fantastic. As well as purple amethyst, you can also get green amethyst. Now, these 2 strands here, these are from Africa. And if you can imagine, Africa and South America at one point were one great big giant continent. If you kind of look at them, they kind of fit together, but they were once upon a time one big continent, one big landmass, which is why quite often you get gemstones in Africa that you get in Brazil and vice versa. You can get beautiful African amethyst, which is where these purple amethysts are from, and you can also get Brazilian amethyst, which is where this green amethyst is from, the Minas Gerais region in Brazil. Absolutely incredible. This is my second favourite green gemstone, my first being emerald, my second being green amethyst. I love, love, love this colour. There is nothing about this gemstone that I don't love. I love how light the colour is, I love how silvery it is, I love the amount of brilliance and clarity you can get from green amethyst. It's such a wonderful colour, isn't it? A beautiful soft sage green. And of course those two colours work together beautifully because you're getting two varieties of amethyst that work so well together. Now, you've got greens, you've got purples here. There's also a second part to this challenge which includes rose gold, those beautiful findings I was showing you a little bit earlier on. 3 strands of probably one of the most well-known gemstones in the world. You ask people about gemstones they know, they'll have heard of ruby, they'll have heard of emerald, they'll have heard of diamonds, they'll probably even heard of sapphire, and I bet you bottom dollar they've heard of amethyst as well. It's one of those gems that is part of our day-to-day lives, part of the fabric of our society. Now, price-wise for these 3 strands, you are not going to be able to believe your eyes. Honestly, and I'll stand by this from every single deal we've got on today's show, I don't think today's show should be called anything other than the bargain trade offer ridiculous show, because it's not very catchy, I know. All 3 strands today, under a tenner. Have a look at your price today. You are going to love this. $8.95 for all 3 strands. Honestly, you've got to get all these deals today. We've got so many awesome deals on today's show. And you know what? You react so quickly as well. As soon as we put that price on screen of £8.95, the phone lines have all of a sudden gone crazy. It's gone absolutely nuts. So many people coming through on the web and the phone lines. You've got to get this incredible deal today. £8.95 for all 3 strands. These deals are just awesome, and these are genuine gemstones. I genuinely feel sorry for people who don't know about Jewellery Maker, or people who discount Jewellery Maker thinking, do you know what? I'm never going to be able to afford to get genuine gemstones. Glass, plastic, yeah, but not genuine gemstones. You can. You can get 3 strands of amethyst. This isn't some obscure gemstone no one's ever heard of. This isn't kind of like a gemstone that people are like, what is that? People know what amethyst is. They've heard of amethyst. They've seen amethyst. Maybe you've seen the prices of amethyst in the past. $8.95 for 3 strands of amethyst. Absolutely gorgeous. Whether it's a selection of beautiful stretchy bracelets that you're going to be making, beautiful pendants, gorgeous nugget style necklaces or rings, there is so much potential with a bundle like this. What design ideas have you got, Sarah, for this? I'm
kind of just going on a really organic feel with it, and
please,
looking for sort of flowers and nature inspired pieces. I've gone a bit of a spirally route down here at the moment with so just going for something that's really quite organic, free flowing, and in line with the gemstones, which they are quite free flowing. They're quite sort of organic in their feel, so
they're quite different to the nugget strands that we do. You know, the big kind of the big double strands of nuggets that we do. They're quite different, aren't they? I think they're bigger. I think the quality's a bit better as well.
And you've got that really nice polish on there as well, which really allows all the shine from the light to come out and to catch lots and lots of light in your jewellery, which is brilliant. And you know, because they are a bit bigger, you've got a little bit more impact, especially with the colour, especially with the green amethyst. They've got a lot of colour going through them, whereas sometimes I think with the nuggets, when they're a bit smaller, you kind of lose a little bit of that colour play unless you put them up, sort of bunch them together, which in fact they look lovely. But these, you've got a real lovely colour play coming through. I'm just thinking, it's the start of Wimbledon today, so we've got the perfect colours.
It is, isn't it? It's absolutely the start of Wimbledon today. Oh, absolutely incredible. And do you know what, Sarah is right, that kind of polished quality is just absolutely fantastic. It makes the colours even more striking because these gemstones are that much bigger. They're that much bigger. Because they are that much bigger, the clarity that comes out of these, because the gemstones are that much bigger than the nugget strands that we can offer you, these are kind of big nuggets. I'm not taking anything away from the nuggets when I say I feel that these are better quality. It's just that they are so much bigger. Let me look at that one there. Look at that green amethyst. Look at the size of it there. Isn't that beautiful? Now, what is it? It was Henman Hill, But then when Tim Henman was just completely, he just, it was a bit of a token gesture, wasn't it? And we've got Murray what? Murray Mount. Make of that what you will. Apparently he might do it again this year.
What, win?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be good.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
I know, but he hasn't got into a final this year.
Has he not?
No, not a Grand Slam final.
He's had a what? He's had injuries. He's had a back operation, has he? Well, there you go. There you go. I tell you who I do like. I like Federer. You like Nadal, do you? I know nothing about tennis at all. I know absolutely nothing about tennis at all. I'd like to go though, wouldn't you? I'd like to go to Wimbledon.
I've been once.
I wonder how much centre court tickets are for the men's final. How much do you reckon they go for? How many Jewellery Maker kits could you get for that? I'd rather sit at home with my own pins that didn't cost me a tenner a glass and my own strawberries and cream that didn't cost me a tenner a punnet and sit there and just, you know, I don't know, I bet the atmosphere's electric though, isn't it?
It is a wonderful place to go watch tennis.
I bet it is.
Amazing.
Even if you're not into tennis?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. It's one of those
Really?
places to go and to be seen and to go and have the strawberries and cream and a glass of champagne.
What's up, Bradley Cooper? Bradley Cooper was there last year. Hey, and Gerard Butler. Ooh, I know I'm married and everything, and obviously, but it'd be something nice to look at though, wouldn't it? Imagine if you just sat down, you got your tickets, you sat down there with your knotted handkerchief on your head, tell what kind of a sports fan I am, and you sit there and you look to yourself, it's Bradley Cooper, it's Bradley Cooper. The Beckhams are there as well. Ooh. Well, the Beckhams, they live in, is it Notting Hill? Sure they live in Notting Hill. I don't know, who cares? Anyway, yeah, did you see that programme where he went into the the Amazonian rainforest, David Beckham? It was amazing. It was brilliant. Anyway, we digress. We digress. We've got a second part of Sarah's challenge, yes. Well, I don't know. Is Sarah being greedy? No. Actually, it's just because we've got so many amazing findings still today. I said, do you fancy some findings to go with this as well? This is just, you're going to get, oh, Sarah, Dion's going to give you something else as well.
Ooh,
gosh. You fancy working with the earring post as well?
Yes, please.
So Sarah gets to work with the earring post that we brought to you for the early bird as well. I think we've had a couple of questions in already this morning, which is really good. Now, these are beautiful. Do you know what? If somebody told me 8 years ago, before I started working for the Genuine Gemstone Company, if they said to me, right, in 8 years' time, you're going to be sitting in a studio and you're going to get all gooey-eyed over rose gold-plated copper beads, you're going to see them as the thing of beauty. I'd be like, jog on. But honestly, the more I'm surrounded by jewellery makers, the more I work on this channel, the more I start to appreciate beauty in beads like this. I've seen beads like this being created. It takes an age. It is such a technical process. It is unbelievably time consuming to bring you quality like this. But oh my goodness me, we want to bring you quality like this. Now these are actually really, really large beads you're going to be getting here. They're 4 millimeters in size. They're really, really big. We've got some much smaller beads coming up on the show today. And I'll show you one of them next to one of these rose gold plated copper ones. See those 2 beads there? We've got some that are this size, which are 2 mil size beads, which are really, really lovely. But these ones are 4 mil in size. They are that much, they're twice the size. They're absolutely gigantic. Now, I'd love to just get a whole load of these and just make a bracelet out of a load of these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Beads like this aren't just metallic accent beads for me. Beads like this, they can be centre stage. They really could be that centre stage quality for you. Okay, rose gold finished copper beads here. Now, what I'll do is I'll pop a couple of these on my hand just so you can kind of see them see the size of them for scale. Imagine what you can do with these. Now I've got quite fair skin, I've got quite a kind of fair freckly skin, and rose gold is my absolutely favourite precious metal. Whether it's against my skin tone, whether it's against Sarah's lovely olive skin, these are going to look fabulous. What it is for me about these is, of course, the size. These are huge, approximately 195 beads. That's an awful lot of beads here. It's an awful lot of beads. These are, like I say, beyond a metallic accent bead for me. They're beyond a spacer bead for me. I would want to create entire suites of jewellery just around these beads. They are that good quality. Can you see how shiny and reflective they are? Can you see the quality of these beautiful, beautiful beads? You can use them with beading thread, monofilament. You can see the size of the holes through these are really, really generous. So if you wanted to put maybe some of the Eslon thread through these as well, maybe 2 or 3, or even some, I mean, try and get some cord through these as well. We'll see what Sara does with these beads. They're absolutely beautiful. You're getting approximately 195 of these. Now let's face it, the quality of these is just superb. How much would you pay, not for 195, how much would you pay for, I don't know, 10, no, actually, no, let's be really, really generous. How much would you pay for 20 of these beads? So 20 of these beads, that's about, and please don't, forgive me for not counting these out, I just don't have time at the minute because we've got to get the price on. I've got so many of you on the phones at the minute. How much would you pay for roughly that amount there? Tenner? Tenner for those? Think of what you can do. Think of what you can do with these. £10 maybe for all those. Okay, maybe a bit less. We're talking about Jewellery Maker at the end of the day. Let's say £5. £5, yeah? For all of these. Do you know what? Today, for approximately 195, that's for all of these beads here, look at your price. It is absolutely out of this world. Do you see what I mean? £7.95. £7.95. The web, the phones, you're going nuts this morning. Every single one of the deals that we've got on today's show is outstanding. It really, really is. I think we should just scrap whatever the theme is today, which is kind of Kumihimo, and obviously having Sara with us who will have a go at absolutely anything. I think it should just be called the bargain amazingly amazing trade deal bargain amazingness show. The bargain bus. All aboard the bargain bus. All aboard the bargain bus. Tell you what, that's classy with a K, isn't it? That really, that is just classy with a K. What do you think of that? That's £7.95 for roughly 195 rose gold plated copper beads. Now, Sara, you are so lucky today to have these as your challenge, aren't you?
I am. I'm just absolutely blown away. I'm
They're
so spoiled.
these beads, aren't they?
And looking at those, just by eye, I've just looked at them. I think you probably will get a satin cord through them.
I hope so.
Because I just looked at them earlier and I thought they were just about the right size, so I will definitely confirm that for everybody at home in a second, that you can get a 1mm satin through those. But they just open up a whole world of possibilities. If you are into your Kumihimo and like using your satin, you can Kumihimo these. If you want to maybe set a pendant and have these as a surround, maybe with a bit of monofilament,
nice idea,
page,
yeah.
A cabochon with them. You can do so many different things, and even if you just want to use 2 or 3 and you've got those earring posts just to accent the metal of your earring finding coming through.
But you could use these as a feature because they're so big, they're so shiny, the quality's incredible, isn't it?
And those just rode up. If you maybe have some silver spacer beads at home, I can see rose gold, silver spacer bead, rose gold, silver spacer bead on an earring finding, on a bit of chain, mixing metals up, looks fabulous.
Do you know what, Sarah's so right? Mixing up your precious metal qualities, mixing up those precious metal qualities, that's everywhere at the minute. If you want your jewellery to kind of have that catwalk feel about it, if you want to go down the kind of Parisian and kind of Italian kind of vibe jewellery, this is how to do it. Mix up those precious metals. But quite seriously, these are more than an accent bead for me. These are your main feature. These are the kind of feature beads we would put in a kit, in a findings pack, and say, look what else you're getting. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see what Sara's going to do with these. The phone lines on the web have gone absolutely nuts for every single deal this morning. It's been absolutely incredible. And Sara's also going to get the chance to work with these beautiful rose gold plated copper earring findings as well, that we brought to you for the early bird special as well, which I absolutely love. Oh, gorgeous. So we've had a text message through from Janice in Berkshire. Hi Janice, good morning ladies. These beads would make a fabulous beaded Kumihimo bracelet. Jan in Berkshire, do you know what? Yeah.
They would.
Yeah. Do you know that beautiful braided bracelet that you've done with the Eslon thread?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know how you'd work it, but they could work, yes.
Yeah, you can definitely braid them into there. So you could definitely.
Can I have that? Actually, no, Kerry's going to get a shot of it now. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this.
Okay,
Imagine putting these beautiful. Oh, Deborah in Northamptonshire. I'll be there next Tuesday. Have centre court tickets. Ours for only £93. Men's finals cost £148. We go every year, tickets or not, and it's fantastic. Do you know what? I wasn't thinking £148. I was thinking more like thousands of pounds.
Gosh, I'd pay. Yeah.
Maybe they would be kind of the closer you get.
Definitely, but I mean, I've paid like nearly £100 for a seat at a rugby match.
Yeah.
And that's just a seat in the stadium for, you know, an international. So that's really good value.
That is really good, isn't it?
And your tickets are for all day. So, you know, normally.
Oh, really?
I
So
think
it's
they
not
are.
just for one?
I think you either get a session or something, or you might get them for all day. I don't know how it
Very
works, but I think
nice.
it's all day. But if you do go into Wimbledon, there's a ticket booth. And anybody leaving posts their tickets back to this ticket booth. And what they do is they resell them again at a lower price, and some of that money goes to charity.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that thought.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Now, I've got a very quick little clip to show you. Please hold those lines. There is a bit of a queue there. I've got a very quick clip to show you, and when we come back, we've got loads more incredible deals. I've got to show you the new ones, and we've got gorgeous kits as well. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
And now a party political broadcast by the Genuine Gemstone Company. There we go. Now, we have got so much coming. I'm dribbling today. Don't know what's going on with me today. I tell you what, worst night's sleep of my life last night. It was horrendous. First of all, I put my daughter to sleep, to bed at about 7:15. 8:30 she was still awake. Normally you put her to bed, and she falls asleep within like 15 minutes. She kind of has a bit of a chat, talks to her toys, and then kind of falls asleep on her front with her bum in the air. You know, that's how it normally goes. 8:30 she was still awake. So I ended up having to give her some more milk, and she was still hungry, and she wanted to play, and it was just horrendous. And then she was coughing, had all the windows open, still 24 degrees, not a breath of air going. Oh, it was just horrendous. It was horrendous. Anyway, I feel better now. Kit! Brand new kits, everyone. Now, I want to prepare you for the kits that we've got on today's show. All three of our kits today are absolutely incredible. The price points of all three of our kits today, amazing. And I genuinely mean that. All three of our kits today, the price points are just superb. The bracelet which Sarah just showed you there with the gorgeous Eslon thread, where she's made that beautiful braided bracelet, we're going to have a look at her jewellery in really good detail in a few moments. But this is the kit that she made that gorgeous bracelet from. The gemstones, superb, and they go really beautifully actually with the challenge that we gave to Sarah. Let me show you the first strand of gemstones here. Green aventurine. These are rounds, really beautiful, smooth rounds of this gorgeous sage green gemstone. This is a bit like green amethyst, but without the clarity. If you want a gemstone which is a lot more kind of misty, this is a lot more misty than your green amethyst. This is the one to go for. Gorgeous green aventurine plain rounds here. Really pretty genuine gemstone strands here. Absolutely gorgeous. To go with this, think of anything pink, purple, white, and in fact we've actually got beautiful. Is this rose? This isn't rose quartz, is it? It is. Look at the colour on that. Isn't that beautiful? That is your proper rose quartz colour, isn't it? Gorgeous candy floss tones there. Look at the brilliance coming out these gemstones as well. You're getting brilliance because, of course, the clarity on this rose quartz is absolutely beautiful. Don't expect to get loads and loads of brilliance out of rose quartz because it doesn't tend to have clarity which is that great. But this has got some awesome moments of clarity, hasn't it? Look at that. Look at those white stripes there. That is all about brilliance because of the clarity of the gem. Isn't that lovely? Lovely. And then your third strand, clear quartz marquise shaped beads. And I'm looking at these. You can see mirror and inclusions in these, which is absolutely awesome because I love the fact you can see that in quartz. But the transparency on these gemstones is amazing. I love the fact these aren't faceted. Absolutely love the fact these aren't faceted. Look at them. I don't think I've come across a strand like this on Jewellery Maker before, actually. Smooth marquee shaped beads. Can you see why having a smooth genuine gemstone is so much better than having a faceted marquee shaped gemstone? Can you see that? They feel awesome. I don't think I've seen a strand like that on Jewellery Maker before. These are really, really pretty. Really smooth. I love the fact they're top drilled as well. These are going to make some lovely earrings, aren't they? Okay, so you've got your 3 strands here. Then you've got your your threading pack with monofilament beading thread and elastic. There it is. Looking gorgeous. If you're ever in doubt what to use these threading materials for, always go back to your what do you call it? The Get Started with Jewellery Maker booklet, which has got loads of information about these threading packs, what they're all useful for, what you tend to use most of, loads and loads of information, and you can see them all being used, of course, on our YouTube channel when you have a look at our demos that the guest designers do. Now, the threading pack, the findings pack that you get as part of this kit is really beautiful. Until last week, this was our newest findings pack. What I love so much about this findings pack is the chain. The chain you get as part of this findings pack, I think, is irresistible. Simply irresistible. Beautiful, elongated, rectangular links. It's such a pretty chain. It's very, very heavy as well. You also get awesome findings, like the addition of this gorgeous teardrop toggle clasp. Isn't that beautiful? That's part of this findings pack. It's 115 findings in total. 115 findings. There they all are. Look at them. Those gorgeous elongated earring findings. Yeah, these are really beautiful. Awesome star top head pins as well. You're going to see some fantastic findings that Sarah's used to make jewellery from this kit. But there they are. They're absolutely beautiful. Love them, love them, love them. And I've got also these gorgeous star top head pins as well. Sorry, it's all a bit kind of jumbled at the minute. I've got lots of you waiting to see the price we're going to take this down to. They're so busy this morning. Hardly any surprise, is it? Now, the biggest thing for me as part of this kit is the Eslon thread. We've had, I'll be honest with you, we've had mixed opinions on the Eslon thread. I think there have been a number of you out there who are quite, who are a little bit frightened of using it because it is quite a thin thread. You don't necessarily know how to use it, what to use it for. You're going to see a kit today which will confirm that you can use it to make the most beautiful and chunky designs. You get tons and tons and tons of it, and actually Sarah's actually got ready the Eslon thread that she hasn't used, and she's got so much left, and she's used so much as part of this kit. 3 of the most beautifully coloured spools of Eslon thread. This is a really, really fantastic quality thread you're going to be getting here. It's absolutely beautiful. You're going to be getting in total, does it say how much you're actually going to be getting? Here we go, 70 metres of your 0.4mm gauge purple, mint and pink Eslon thread. This is like the smoothest, most beautiful. Think of your embroidery threads. It's a little bit like that, or the threads maybe you used to make friendship bracelets out of. It's smooth, it's satiny to touch, but it's much more of a thread than the satin thread, but it feels a lot like your satin thread. It's absolutely gorgeous. 0.4mm in gauge. With the gemstones, it looks stunning. With the finding, the rose gold plated copper findings, it looks absolutely beautiful as well. Look at how beautifully those colours work together. And they work so beautifully, of course, with the challenge that we've given to Sarah as well. Now, the price you're going to see for this kit today is amazing. All 3 of our kits are amazing prices. This should, everything here with all the findings, I'll get the findings out, should be over £40 today if you bought everything separately. Today, you are going to get everything here, including over 140 metres of Eslon thread and the most stunning marquise shaped beads. Have a look at your price point for this entire kit. Yeah, that is incredible, isn't it? $24.95 for everything. Now, honestly, this is one of those shows where every single deal on today's show is just superb. The reason why the price of this kit, I think, is so fantastic is because you've got these beautiful, unfaceted, highly polished, marquise-shaped white quartz beads. You've got 3 lots of Eslon thread. The colours are amazing. And you've got one of our newest findings packs as well. The colours, the qualities really work as part of this kit today. It's under £25. The findings are awesome, awesome, awesome as well. Now, Sarah, what were your thoughts on this kit when you first got it through? Because it's having so much Eslon thread in a kit. It is, isn't it? It really, really is.
Because you can choose to use it, you know, if you want to do your micro macrame, you can choose to use it in single strand, sort of bunches, if you like. But if you want to do things like your standard braiding that you might typically have used something like a satin cord for, or your hemp cord, then you can just use multiple strands of it, and it's really easy to work with in multiple strands. Absolutely just amazing. It is.
I haven't seen designs this chunky being made with the Eslon thread before. It is absolutely beautiful what you've done here. I can really sense that you really enjoy working with this kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just look at what I'm talking about. The Eslon thread, even though it's very, very thin, you can make these big chunky pieces. That is just, I love it.
Yeah, really easy technique as well.
Isn't that gorgeous?
There's no findings on it, so if you want to take it on holiday and you want to go in the swimming pool, or you want to do whatever you like with it, you can, you know. It's just brilliant. I love that. Yeah,
it's wonderful. This piece here as well, which is actually what we're going to see the technique on in a few seconds, because you're getting because the Eslon thread is 0.4mm engage. Sarah's been able to use it with these beautiful marquise shaped gemstones. Those marquise gems are amazing, aren't they?
Oh, they're beautiful.
So smooth.
They are. They're like little water drops. You know,
they are.
You get them in the morning on the windows, on your cobwebs.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely gorgeous. Look at this sage green kind of minty colour with the aventurine as well. Now that's beautiful. Love that. Love that combination of gemstone and the beautiful Eslon thread. And here are the findings. Beautiful findings pack. You can see all these different earring findings here. You can see this gorgeous, gorgeous chain as well. Look at those earrings, they're just a delight, aren't they? And how have you made this flower here? Is that with the beading thread?
That's on beading thread. It's all done in one go, all on beading thread, and then just added some tendrils of the little teardrops hanging down on the star-shaped tie pins.
Gorgeous. Now, even though Sarah's made these 1, 2, 3 really, really Eslon thread heavy pieces, she's still got all of this Eslon thread left. You've got so much left, Sarah.
I have. And you know, don't be scared, you know, to multiple it up, because it just goes on and on and on. I mean, 70 metres is loads.
Yeah, it is loads. You get 70 metres times 3, which is just incredible. Pam from Merseyside said, Sarah will try anything, but she inspires me to try things too. Aww. She said to try different size threads in Kumihimo braids. I'm hooked. Fantastic. Well, we've actually got a Kumihimo demo coming up now. With this beautiful, beautiful bracelet here. We've got the Kumihimo, we've got all the Kumihimo discs on today's show as well. We're going to see a technique on this beautiful bracelet here. So how do we start, Sarah?
What you're going to need is it sounds like a lot to prep, but you need 40 strands of your
40
of your Eslon. Ooh, I know. And what I've done is I put 4 in each slot.
And what length threads do you need?
They need to be probably about 60 centimetres, maybe 70 centimetres each. What I do with mine is I do them in doubled up lengths, so I actually cut 20 and then I cut them in half when I've got them done, which just means it's a lot quicker for you.
Okay.
And then what I've done is I've arranged 2 purple at the top, 2 green, 2 pink, and then at the bottom I've got 2 purple and 2 pink.
And there's 4 in each one of those?
There's 4 in each slot, so it just helps to double up. And as you can see, the strands now are quite substantial.
They are, aren't they?
But when you do your Kumihimo with these, it almost ends up being like a fabric, because you have all those strands visible.
Nice.
Rather than a satin where it just looks like you've used 10 strands. You get that beautiful sort of fabric texture. And it's really easy to add the beads on. I've got to the point, I've actually done a whole round my disc until my green cords have returned to the back to the top 2 middle slots.
All right.
I'll just show you how you do add the beads in, and how you do a couple of rounds on here to do the braiding. Now what you do is you start with the one that is in the middle on the left hand side, and it comes across your disc to the right hand side.
Yeah.
And then the one that's in the middle at the top on the right hand side comes across your disc into the middle, and so you have these 2 threads have now crossed each other in the middle. All that does is it pulls your braid together. If you don't do that, you'll have a hole in the middle of your braid. And then what you do is you take the bottom purple one in the middle and you bring it up to the top, and then the one next to it to the left you bring down to the bottom, the one next to that at the bottom on the left comes up to the top, and the same on that one. See, I've done one side of my disc. I'm going to try and get rid of all my cords now so they're not in the way, and then you're going to do exactly the same.
Okay.
Bottom pink cord comes up to the top, top onto the bottom, and you're always moving to the right on this side of the board until you get to that position there. Now I'm just about to return my green cords back up to the top into number 3 and number 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bead onto one of the strands. So I've just taken one of the S-Lon strands out, and I'm going to add on one of these beautiful teardrops, and the S-Lon goes through so easily. You can see how easily that's gone through. I'm just going to take that and bring it down to my disc, and all you do when you're adding beads to a flat Kumihimo braid is you just drop them in. You don't need to tuck them under anything, just drop them into the hole.
Okay.
I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. I'll thread this one through. Ooh, not that one. That one has gone. There we go. And you just drop that through.
Got nice size holes on these ones, haven't they?
They have. You may even get 2 strands through, but you can certainly get 1, definitely. And then literally just pop that in, make sure it's sitting in the hole, and then you're ready to do the next round. So you just literally do the same thing. The threads come across, the middle 2 threads cross over, and I'm holding the braid underneath, so that's why my disc's moving around a little bit, because I want the tension to pull the braid through. If you find that difficult, you can always put a little bag on the bottom with some pennies or some gemstones in to create a little weight. And then you just do that across the disc all the way until you're ready to return the threads back to the top again. And you carry on like that, and you'd add a bead on every time the green threads were about to return to the top. You'd add a bead on, and that will give you that look. And then all I did at the end, we just show me the back of that one.
Go for it.
Is I have done a little macrame bar, Solomon's bar.
Oh, that's cute.
Just to create a fastening on there. So that slides up and down and creates a fastening, and then that's just a really easy way to finish off that bracelet.
Things like that are going to be so easy to wear as well, aren't they?
They are, and they're great. If I always make stuff for children, so I'm always thinking of something that they can do, that they can put on themselves, and all you need to do is just pull those knots at the bottom, and it just tightens up.
Isn't it gorgeous? And it's so unusual to be able to set gemstones of this kind of size and this kind of quality with your Kumihimo. It's
because you've got the S-Lon, it allows you to be able to do that. And, you know, and you could just choose if you wanted to with this S-Lon. If you want to be, you're happy braiding the main bulk of your Kumihimo with satin cords. Pick out a colour that matches your satin and put one in each slot, and then you can add your beads on. So, because if the beads are have too small drill holes for the satin, then you can just use the matching S-Lon, and that works beautifully. I just love it. I love this kit. I think the quality, the colours are just wonderful. This technique works with a kit like this as well. It's so beautiful because it highlights the quality of the gems, the kind of delicate nature of the gemstones as well. Yeah, really, really fantastic. Now, we've just seen Sarah use a square Kumihimo disc, and Sarah, this gives you a flat. Typically, braid, doesn't it? Typically, it'll give you a flat braid, but it just depends on how you use it. You can create different styles of round braids off this disc as well, so there's lots you can do with it, but it just typically allows you to create these like ribbon-like flat braids, which is beautiful. We've also got, and I don't know if we've got any samples of jewellery made up with these, but we've also got the large Kumihimo disc and the small Kumihimo disc. Sarah, would you mind just telling us the difference between these two discs, please? The kind of 2 round ones. Well, what I like to think of is the small one's my travelling disc, the one I would set up if I was going on a plane or a train or a bus or something like that, because it's compact. You get the same type of braid as you would off the large disc, but if you're like me and you do 60 strand Kumihimo braids, or you're doing lots of braids that've got lots of sort of cords in each slot, then I would use the larger disc because it gives you that little bit more space in between each slot to get your fingers in there and take the cords out. Okay. So it's the workspace that's the difference between the 2 discs. So you've just got a larger workspace on the large disc and a more compact user-friendly for travelling type disc with a smaller
But the braids are essentially the same kind of size?
You get the same diameter braid on both discs.
Okay.
The diameter of the braid is related to the threading material you use, not the size of the disc.
Right, okay, fantastic. So you've got your 3 Kumihimo discs here.
Yeah.
These are very, very lightweight. They're very, very user-friendly. And the interesting thing is, a lot of people come back to doing Kumihimo after doing it as a child, and then they come back to it from watching Jewellery Maker, because it is something which anyone can do.
It is. My well, he's not 6 now, he's 10 now. He's been doing it since he was 6,
Yeah.
my 10-year-old. But it's something, you know, in the round format with the 8 strands, it's a really easy, repetitive braid to do. And then you move on to things like the 10-strand flat braid, which is a little bit more difficult, but again is a repetitive braid. And the secret to Kumihimo is that it's a sequence of moves that you repeat.
Yes, exactly. Once you've got that one sequence, it's just you're just repeating it and repeating it. These are the kind of designs you can create with the round Kumihimo discs.
They are. That's right.
This is quite a basic one, isn't it?
That looks like just a standard 8-strand round braid.
It's beautiful.
But isn't it just nice to be able to have those braids to be able to hang your wire work pendants on, your cabochons, all of those sorts of things that you need a substantial neckline piece. Or if you're like me, I just like to wear these, and what I do is I make a smaller piece that I can extend it with. So I make a matching bracelet and necklace, and then if I want a really long neckline piece, I put the bracelet in the back just to make it longer.
See, that's a really, really nice way of using this incredible hobby. And do you know what's so wonderful about this? Think of all those new hobbies which you want to start up. Think of how much it costs to send a child to a summer camp or to a swimming club for the day. It costs a lot of money, doesn't it? To start a new hobby like ballet or football or horse riding. It costs you a lot of money to start that hobby, and you don't know whether your child, or you don't know whether you're going to actually enjoy it. It might be something which you do for one summer and then that's it. With this kind of hobby, it doesn't matter, because actually to start off this hobby, all you need are these discs and some thread. You can get dozens and dozens of types of beading thread on our website, JewelleryMaker.com. Ted says amazing price. Well, he says amazing price because today, for these 3 discs, to start a brand new hobby for you today, have a look at your price.
Oh my goodness.
Now, do you know what, Sarah? £6.95. I wouldn't mind spending £6.95 if I thought, do you know what? This is something which this is something which I have never had a go with. My kids have never had a go with it. My grandkids have never had a go with it. I'm just going to test it out. I'm just going to test out to see if this hobby works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, you know, it's cost me less than £7 to try it out.
Definitely.
It's one of those things as well. You will lose hours and hours and days and days and days doing things like this, won't you?
Yeah, and it's great because once you've got your disc set up, like I've got my one here set up, or you know, if you're doing the 8-strand round, once the disc's set up, you've done the hard work. You can then sit in front of the TV, and because it's repetitive, you kind of get your brain and hands get into emotion, and you just sit there and you can watch a film, you can watch your favourite, whatever it happens to be, Jewellery Maker, and of course, and you can sit, and before you know it, you've got a sizable braid, and then once you've got the 8-strand braid and you've got the 10-strand on the flat disc, you'll start then looking and thinking, right, if I change and I have maybe thicker threads in 2 of my strands on my disc, and then have the same size in the rest of them, you'll get a twisted pattern, and you get all sorts of different techniques coming from the same movement of threads, but because you've changed the threading materials, or you might want to put wire in there, or chain.
The opportunities are endless with Kumihimo. It really, really is. And for something which is just such a fantastic price as well, just try it out. £6.95. Just try it out. Just try it out. I've had another text in saying it's worth it for 1 disc. And do you know what? Have a look and see how much other places charge you for just 1 Kumihimo disc. Kumihimo isn't a new thing. It's been around for many, 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 many years. There are loads of other places you can get your Kumihimo discs. However, if you get the Kumihimo discs from Jewellery Maker, you can get our DVDs. You can have a look on our YouTube channel and look for Kumihimo specific techniques as well, so you can try out new and incredible ways of using this incredible medium. If you're into macrame, this is like the next step as well. And if you can thread with it, if you have a beading thread, you can kumihimo with it basically. Any kind of thread, whether it's wire, whether it's, as Sarah says, chain, whether it's satin cord, ribbon, you can kumihimo with it. For another text here, hi Carol and Sarah, when you start and cross your centre threads to the side, if you take them to the side without crossing, you can make buttonholes.
You can indeed.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice text, Ted. Thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, and you can
Ted's very text happy today. I like that.
you can make, you can make it so you've got lots of different buttonholes all the way along, so you can make it almost like a ladder appearance.
Oh, nice.
But you can also make a buttonhole so you can put a gemstone or a beady bead as your fastening, or if you've got a specific button perhaps that you want to use, or
make a belt.
Yeah, you can do.
Nice ideas. Thanks a lot, guys. So loads of you still coming through for these. We've got plenty of these to go around today. Please do hold the lines. There is quite a significant queue on the phones at the minute, and we will bring this and recap this as we go throughout the show as well. There's about a minute and a half queue on the phones at the minute. It is a free phone number from a BT landline, so just be patient. We'll answer your call as soon as we can. Lovely technique done by Sarah there. Absolutely fantastic. And if you want to recreate that technique, you're going to need these. Get it now. It's only $6.95. Let's see you over the wall of fame. Do you want to go first?
Yes, please.
Gorgeous.
Oh, lovely. Oh, this is the wire mesh. 412.
We've got some mesh on the show.
Oh, I love the mesh. It's just so easy. And this is from Julia, who's in Rubery. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, Rubery.
Hi, all at Jewellery Maker. This week's entry to the Wall of Fame is inspired by a mesh necklace Mark made on the other day. This is my version. Everything is from Jewellery Maker, including the beautiful pearls. Thanks for the idea, Mark. And that's from Julia. Isn't that lovely? It's almost like a floating necklace. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. This is another gorgeous piece, number 415, from Amanda, who says, hi everyone, hope you're well. I haven't sent in any pictures to the Wall of Fame in the last few weeks. Sending in this picture of a necklace I made with everything in it is from Jewellery Maker. Only buy from yourselves, as able to know where it's all from. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, well, it's fantastic. Thank you so much for buying from us. Have used black onyx, fluorite green shell with antique gold findings. I love it, and I was going to keep it for myself. But it sold very quickly, I'm sure it did. I watch you every day and I'm constantly inspired. As Brucey would say, you are my favourite. Thanks for all being amazing. Amanda, that was meant to be a Bruce Forsyth. It was rubbish, I'm sorry. Amanda, you're great though, thank you.
I've got 413, and this is from Lucinda in Northern Ireland. She says, here is a simple fascinator made with Keshi pearls and wire from Jewellery Maker. First time using my gizmo, also from Jewellery Maker. I hope you like it. Really enjoy my jewellery making journey, and thanks to all the lovely designers for their inspiration. Now I'm going to turn this the right way around because I had to read it the other way on. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty.
I love that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Number 416 here. Beautiful colours, gorgeous chain from Trisha in Allendale. Now, Allendale, where is Allendale? That sounds like some kind of... Doesn't sound like Rivendell.
Don't know.
It does. It sounds like something out of Lord of the Rings. Like Rivendell, where all the elves live. Is it elves? Are they elves who live in Rivendell? Doesn't actually matter. So maybe it's just people called Alan who live in Allendale. I don't know. It's where? It's London. Oh, okay. So it says, Dear Jewellery Maker, please find attached my entry with this week's Wall of Fame. A rather simple chainmail bracelet with turquoise nuggets. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Love chainmail. I hope you like it. Kind regards, Trisha. Trisha in Allendale, who's not called Alan, so that doesn't really proves my theory to be wrong.
Can you imagine a whole place with just Alans?
What's your name? Alan.
Oh,
it's lovely jewellery, by the way. Thank
414. And this is from Tracy in Sheffield. She says, "Hi, all."
Tracy.
I know. Hi, all at Jewellery Maker. This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I'm working in Scotland at the moment and have made these during my downtime on site while sat in my truck. I love to take my jewellery making things with me when I'm on the road, as it helps pass the time when not working. And sometimes I end up selling what I've made.
Ow.
The pendants are a snake-skinned patterned shell rectangle, a rose quartz drop. She used 1mm and 4.4mm wire to wrap them, and for the rings she she used 0.6 wire and a bead from a bead scoop. She's not sure which one it is. I hope they get shown on the Wall of Fame, and good luck to everybody this week. And that's from Chasey in Sheffield, who's somewhere in Scotland at the minute.
Thanks, Tracy. Gorgeous. Thank you very much. Now, coming up after the break, ametrine. Oh, mama! This incredible gemstone strand's coming up after the break. Honestly, this is absolutely beautiful. It's big, it's beautiful, it's natural, it's from one place in the world. Bolivia. Do you believe in me? You will in a few seconds. And if you want to enter the Wall of Fame, here's how to do it.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck! If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 6444 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
The Collector's Choice features high-caliber gemstones which are prized for their outstanding attributes. They could be examples of rare gemstones, gemstones of pure clarity or exceptional quality. They're all hand-faceted by our experienced lapidarists in our cutting houses in the heart of Jaipur. This maximises the brilliance and lustre of the gemstones. The Collector's Choice from Jewellery Maker.
Add a mystery gift to your order today and you'll receive a surprise full of fantastic treats and goodies with a huge saving guaranteed. Check out our online reviews from Jewellery Maker customers who have previously purchased one of these mystery gifts. Go on, treat yourself with a little gift.
Oh, I tell you something, this is a genuine rarity. This is a really exciting gemstone. Sometimes it can take certain gemstones to kind of almost jumpstart you back into realising what you've got. This is one of those gemstones, and every time I look at it, every time I get the chance to bring it to you on Jewellery Maker, it refreshes my memory as to just how incredible it is. What we bring you is genuine. It's made by Mother Nature. This gemstone it just does it for me. I love it. If you can imagine life, and it's very difficult to imagine life kind of 50, 60 million years ago, but if you can imagine life 50, 60 million years ago, and you had gemstones like amethyst and citrine and quartz and certain topaz as well forming under the ground. If you can imagine that, you know, you're halfway there. This incredible gemstone formed when amethyst was growing. It grows like a crystal, it grows. You can physically see it growing over decades and decades and hundreds and millions and thousands of years. If you can imagine inside a geode, which is basically a rock formation which is formed during a volcanic era when you've got molten hot lava flowing down the side of a volcano and a mountainside, taking with it loads and loads of vegetation, trees, grass, flowers, and taking and sweeping it down mountainsides and hillsides and volcano sides, okay? Once that lava stops, it then solidifies and cools. And if you can imagine a tree or a shrub inside a molten hot lava kind of enclosure, over many, many, many years, that solidifies. What happens then is the organic matter inside that hard encased mass decomposes. So you're left with a really, really big cavern on the inside of these rock formations. And what happens is, over millions and millions of years, nutrients and minerals all calcify and solidify, water gets in, and all of those things cause gemstones to grow. They grow inwards, and that's called a geode. So when you quite often see a geode, it's basically hard rock on the outside, you cut it through the center and you see amethyst growing on the inside. It's incredible. If whilst that amethyst is growing as a crystal on the inside of the geode, you get more molten hot lava flowing over the outside of the geode, part of that gemstone becomes very, very hot. Part of it remains nice and cool. What you're seeing in this gemstone strand is the very moment and the very time when amethyst becomes citrine, because what citrine is basically amethyst which has been heated. This is natural, okay? This is a natural process. Ametrine is natural, it's naturally occurring. We've tried to recreate this incredible gemstone in a lab. It can't really be done, it hasn't really been done that successfully. What you are seeing here is not only natural, but you are seeing the moment in which amethyst becomes citrine. Some of these gemstones you're going to see more amethyst than citrine. Some of these gemstones you are going to see a clear distinction between amethyst and citrine. This one here particularly, you can see the amethyst and citrine. You can see the very moment when the amethyst and citrine mix, the exact moment in time. Can you see that? It's a little bit difficult to show you in the studio, but you're seeing the exact moment there where amethyst and citrine mix and create ametrine. It is the most amazing gemstone. You are literally seeing a second in time. It's amazing. Now, these gemstones are huge. They are absolutely huge. Some of these larger pear drops here are around about 28 by 17 millimeters in diameter. They are gigantic. They're all faceted. They're all going to be unique. They all tell a different story. They're all totally natural. Now, this gemstone for me is one of the gemstones that really does get people interested in gemstones. If you tell people, you know, this is the actual moment, you are looking at a microcosm of life that was created 50, 60 million years ago. This is as natural and as exciting a gemstone as you're ever going to get. I think it's just wonderful. This is the incredible genuine gemstone that I know inspired so many of our presenters here on Jewellery Maker. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Now, price point wise, it's very, very difficult to put a price on a gemstone like ametrine because there's not very much of it about. It only comes from one place in the world, from Bolivia. It is very, very difficult to put a price point on something so natural, so beautiful. Imagine today being able to get all of these incredible gemstones, and you're roughly going to be getting 3, 6, 9, 12, about 13, 14 on this strand. Imagine being able to get all of these today for under £50. Today we're going way under that. Totally natural, brand new for you today, brand new ametrine. Look at your price point. $27.95. It is absolutely out of this world, isn't it? If there was ever a gemstone strand to get 2, maybe 3 of, I would suggest this one, purely because each one is going to be different. Each strand is going to be ever so slightly different. Each one of these gemstones could be that pendant. I love the way these have been faceted. It really adds to the quality of the gemstone, doesn't it? And with the challenge that we've given Sarah today, with the first kit that we've had today as well, they look absolutely wonderful. And this is a genuine rarity and one of the most interesting gemstones I think we've ever brought you ametrine, the actual moment when amethyst and citrine mix and become an entirely new gemstone, ametrine. It's absolutely amazing. Lots of you coming through on the web and the phone lines for this. Not too many of you multi-buying, but please do consider multi-buying. Even if you get 3 strands of these home, decide which one you want to keep, send the other 2 back. You're more than welcome to do that. Sarah, these are, for me, they are all pendants.
They are, but I just see that central one. Do you know Gemma did a heavy wire work, sort of almost princess crown, and just to have that dangling in the centre of that princess crown to go onto your hair. If you're going to a prom or a ball where maybe you can get away with a really elaborate headpiece. Yeah, I just think that would look amazing. But they are definitely pendants. Can you imagine if you do sell on your jewellery, if you do fairs, or do have a window in a boutique or a little concession in a boutique, to just have that high-end piece, just definitely. And I think each one of those, if set just onto some sterling silver chain with a little bit of a wire-wrapped top for the pendant, each one of those could command the price of the strand. Yeah. So just depending where you're selling that jewellery, just make sure you're pricing it right for the market. Don't underprice yourself, because it takes away the customer's confidence that it is a genuine gemstone. Absolutely. But as Sarah said, this deserves to be set with precious metal. In fact, I don't think I would set it with anything other than precious metal. It's absolutely up there with one of my favourite gemstones. I don't think I would use them all in one piece of jewellery. I think I'd just use them sparingly, use them one at a time. And whether you use the large ones or the smaller ones, which aren't small at all. I mean, even the smaller ones are 14 by 11 millimetres in diameter. I mean, that in itself would make a beautiful pendant, wouldn't it? And this is really, if you look at the size of this gemstone, the other strands of pear drops that we can bring you on Jewellery Maker, this would be the largest one, wouldn't it? Just so happens that these giants in the centre of the strand are even larger than our largest gemstones on Jewellery Maker. They are absolutely beautiful. You're getting roughly 13, 14 on a strand. I just think it's a winning strand. Whether you're into the history of gemstones, whether you're into how they're formed, or whether you're into your genuine rarities or really interesting colours and qualities, this ticks all the boxes for me. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's such a fantastic all-round gemstone. Love it, and not a gemstone you see very often on JM. Isn't that beautiful? We've got loads of people texting in about the 2mm beads that we've got coming up on today's show, so we're actually going to play those now for you. Now, these are really special. We do have the launch of some new seed beads tomorrow on the show, which is going to be really exciting. We've got the bead loom on today's show as well today. These beads here are perfect. They are absolutely, oh wow, they're really heavy. They feel lovely, don't they? Oh, they do. Do you know what? Chloe's directing at the minute, and she said, "Do you know what? I just love to run my hand over those. They're amazing, aren't they? Oh yeah, they feel amazing." No, it doesn't sound weird at all. It doesn't sound weird at all. No, the other day I was on about getting a load of I can't remember what the gemstones were. Oh, they might have been beads. And just getting a big bowl of them and just putting your hand in them. It's nice to do that, isn't it? It's nice just to feel beads like this. These are absolutely beautiful. I love them. Love them. See how sparkly they are. Why are these beads so sparkly? Well, okay, if I pick one of these up, and it's going to be really difficult for Kerry to actually show you this, but because these aren't so teeny tiny. These are, for want of a better expression, these are faceted precious metal beads. Faceted beads, yeah, you can see the edges on them there. Facets are basically flat surfaces, and when we facet gemstones, we give them flat surfaces. Why? Well, that helps to reflect the light from the gemstone or from the bead surface, which gives you more luster, gives you a bit more sparkle, a bit more to look at. Now, these are gold flash plated, e-coated copper. What does that mean? Okay, what you've essentially got is a copper bead. Okay, they've been gold flash plated and e-coated. E-coating is a way of plating a gemstone and making it safer to wear if you're allergic to certain base metals, because copper isn't a precious metal, it is a base metal.
It is a lot more hypoallergenic to wear if they are e-coated, and the coating tends to last that little bit longer as well. I think these are absolutely wonderful. What I love as well about these is it's not a very yellow gold, like a 24 karat kind of gold. It's more of a soft gold colour. Look at those! Some poor sausage had to line all those up. That's not even an army of beads, that's like a country of beads. That's ridiculous. A continent of beads. A civilization of beads. I mean, can we show that picture again? That's ridiculous. Look at all those. How many is there? Approximately 790. Now, Sarah, your challenge today is to count all of these. Okay, I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually joking. It would take me to the end of the show to count these. These are. Okay, there's a lot of beads here. Roughly 790 beads in total. We are talking masses of beads. I mean, these are. You've got to get them. We've had so many people texting in about these beads already, asking when are we going to play them. We're playing them now. The price point for 790 gold plated copper beads. You're not going to be able to believe your eyes when you see this. The phone lines have already gone mad. The web's already gone crazy. £9.95p. Done. That is absolutely out of this world, isn't it? For roughly, approximately 792 mil beads. They're described as cubes. Some of these are cubes, some of these are more round. I love them. Sarah, why do you think these are so popular? Why do you think beads like this are just so popular?
They just add so much to your jewellery. You can use them on their own if you want to, and make beautiful sort of bracelets or earrings, or just on their own. You know, I can see them working beautifully on the bead loom with some of your 3mm, 4mm beads. Definitely. They work beautifully if you want to sew them onto things like your soutache. Yeah. Actually, just as accent beads around the outside of the finished soutache piece. They.
Have you got a piece of beading thread? Sorry, Sarah.
Just standard beading thread.
Just a piece of beading thread. Just had an idea.
Okay. Well,
thanks, love.
I have a rule of beading thread.
Thank you. Sorry, carry on.
But you can, you know, incorporate them into your wirework pieces. So if you want to add texture to your wirework, you can add them as just little pieces that just add sort of texture and fill any little gaps you might have. But they just work in so many different things. I can see them set in resin, just all set with those sides popped up. Or into your jewel enamel, or in your polymer clay. I can see them in so many different mediums. Sewn into beautiful patterns on your, you know, the soutache backing material. Just to sew them on there as like a little embroidered piece. I think that's a really nice idea, actually. If you did want to kind of embellish anything that you've got, whether it's a pair of shoes, whether it's a handbag, whether it's a scarf, whether it's a cardigan, using these beads not just in your jewellery making, but think outside the box. Now, I know I was going on earlier on about using those rose gold plated copper beads as statements because they are so big. Even though these beads are half the size of those rose gold beads, I would still consider using these as main features. Yep. I mean, I'm just kind of threading some of these onto beading thread, but using these, making just a ring out of these. Definitely. And you know those, this sort of ametrine, if you do want to sort of set something like that, I wouldn't do it with the ametrine, but if you wanted to set a gemstone like that, if it's got a drill hole through, you can actually create a double shank for the ring using these beads. So you can actually twist the bead around. So instead of having it just running the way the drill hole is, if it's a pear shape, for instance, you want the pear to sit on your finger. Of course, you can actually twist it around and then bring 2 pieces of beading thread through, join them together and then make the back. So you actually end up with a V of beads at the side that come into a single one at the back. And it just is such an easy design to make. Really quick, really easy. And because you've got all of that sort of sparkle, you know, and they're soft against the skin as well, you know, so they sit beautifully. And, you know, you can use these if you're making other wirework, other rings. If you're using, say, for instance, a 3mm bead, and you can't quite get the sizing right, you can use a couple of these just to help you get the sizing right of those rings as well.
I think that's, you know, there are so many ways in which you can use these. Actually, you know, the fact that they're 2 mil in size is just, it's nothing but a bonus for me. It really is just gorgeous. Sorry, Kerry, I'm kind of moving these all over the place. Can I pop these on the back of one of my fingers? Because I love the idea of using these maybe as a ring, just a plain ring. I mean, Sarah's talking about setting them with gemstones, which is a lovely idea, but just using them as a plain ring. We've got loads of text coming through today as well. Hang on, there you go. But just kind of wearing it in a ring like that, that's nice.
If you've got memory wire as well.
Yeah, oh, memory wire, yeah, nice idea.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful. We've had a text through from Lisa from Aberdeenshire. It says, hi, I recently watched a Jason Statham film, Hummingbird, and Ruth was on the TV. I know. Have you seen that clip? It's ever so funny. Do you think Jason is a keen jewellery maker? Do you know what? I think he probably might be. No, the movie, I think it's an American movie, isn't it? And they wanted some shopping telly on in the background, but they couldn't use any of the American channels. So they used some footage from Jewellery Maker, and it was Ruth. That's really funny, isn't it? That's great. Oh, Jason Statham. There we go. I haven't seen that movie actually. And we've got another text in about this deal, which is from Katie, who's from Yorkshire, who says, just done a calculation. What does that say? Oh, string these to make 1.58 metre length. Oh, what? You've actually calculated that. That's incredible. Or over 62 inches. So make a 3-strand 18-inch necklace just from these. Such a fab idea. Katie, or Professor Katie, I think I should call you. That's a great idea. You are definitely a mathematician. But I tell you, it doesn't take a scientist to work out this is a fantastic deal. That is absolutely amazing. $9.95. The web, the phones, have gone nuts this morning. They really, really have. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Love them. An army of gemstones there. There you are, Cass, those are for you. There's no way I'm going to attempt to put those back in the thing. They are love. Right, where are we going now? Número 2. She. Here we go, number 2. Ice Queen. Ice Queen. Oh, do you know what? My husband fancies himself as a bit of a, you know, ACD. He loves AC/DC. He loves Led Zeppelin, all that kind of stuff, and Wolf Mother. And you know, he listens to all that kind of stuff on his iPod. He's like, yeah, I'm a drummer. He started drumming a few years ago. We're driving in the car yesterday. Guess what came on the iPod? Cliff Richard, Devil Woman. I said, John, this is totally wrecking your kudos and your credibility, isn't it? Oh. Anyway, he's like, no, it's a good song. Good song. Like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, she's just a devil woman. So from Devil Woman to Ice Queen. See, there is a bit of a link there. Lukewarm link, maybe. Yeah, sorry. Ice Queen, clear and. Oh no, this is clear crackled. Can it be clear crackled quartz? I suppose it can be. It can be clear and crackled, yeah. This is basically a really high quality white quartz which has been heated up, cooled down, so you get a gemstone which is crackled effectively. The texture is on the inside of the gemstone. The outside is nice and smooth though. It's a really, really beautiful quality to be able to apply to any gemstone, particularly with quartz. You get these beautiful plain rounds, which are anything but plain, because look at the texture within these. They're gorgeous, aren't they? You also get gorgeous cubes of crackled quartz. Lovely luster on these, beautiful surface luster. And then you also get much, much, much larger rounds as well. Now, you know, whenever you see bundles, you're going to get a fantastic price. We've got loads of triple trebles. We've got double trebles as well. We're lulling you into a kind of a false sense here with the kind of price for this, because this isn't called double treble or triple treble. This is just entitled Ice Queen. So it's going to be a great price, but it's not going to be like a triple treble price, is it? Oh, it is. In fact, it's going to be better than some of the triple treble deals that we offer you. Yeah, better. This is your price for all 3 strands. £8.95. That's amazing, isn't it? £8.95p for 3 strands of crackled quartz. Incredible, amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, what I love so much about this deal, it's a stash builder. You ask any jewellery maker out there, how big's your stash? And everybody will say, well, my stash gemstones include smoky quartz, black agate, black onyx, white quartz, crackle quartz, white pearls. I'm basically just telling you the gemstones that are in my stash, and all sorts of findings, but in all 3 precious metals. Sarah, with you, how important is it for you to have gemstones like this in your stash?
Incredibly important.
It is.
It's one of those ones, you know, I have customers come and they sit and do commissions, and we talk about colour, and they sometimes go a bit misty-eyed at that point, and it's all gone a bit wrong. Colour, scary.
Yeah.
But you know, we might be able to bring a pop of colour in, you know, start bringing colours in, but then we can tone it down with a bit of a neutral.
Definitely.
And this is where these come in. I'm looking at these and thinking, bridesmaid, definitely. Flower girls.
Definitely.
Oh yes. Proms, we're there.
Definitely.
So we've got all of those occasions, just everyday general wear as well. You know, sometimes you just pick up a piece of jewellery and you think, it's not quite the right colour to go with that dress, it's not quite today. But those are always going to be everyday jewellery.
Exactly, exactly. And if you do want to add a bit of colour, but do it on a really subtle level, you don't have to add coloured gemstones. Think about coloured beading thread. Coloured beading thread with gemstones like this, just to give you that hint of colour. Sarah just hit the nail on the head for me with proms. I can imagine, do you know what, and I'm bringing it back to Disney, everyone. I've just watched, last week for the first time I watched Frozen. Oh my word, I absolutely love that movie. Where has that been all my life? It's absolutely incredible. To the point where I'm humming the tunes, and it's awesome. There are loads, and I've seen it on Facebook over the last few months since Frozen's been released. It's a good movie, basically. There are loads and loads of jewellery designs and kind of prom dress designs based around the costumes in Frozen. It is absolutely amazing. It's taken the world by storm. I'm not saying that you have to use it in that way, but if you're going to be making prom jewellery, if you want to make prom jewellery that people are going to buy like for this season, and proms are massive business right now, huge business right now. It started off as kind of an American thing when we were having kind of end of year discos over in the States. They were having proms and turning it to proms in big stretch limos, and the bigger the dress the better, and loads of jewellery and feeling very glamorous. It is a bit like a wedding, isn't it? It's kind of like it's big business, and people want really beautiful jewellery, really fantastic jewellery, and they want something that nobody else has got. If you're going to be making jewellery, you're physically going to be making it, you're not buying it off the shelf. It's going to be totally unique, and that's a great thing about Jewellery Maker. Every single piece of jewellery is totally unique, not to mention which, genuine gemstones, $8.95. Even if you just made a load of stretchy bracelets with this, or made a few little hair combs out of this, and even charge a tenner a piece, the whole bundles cost you less than £10. It's brilliant, isn't it? So many people coming through today. This with the rose gold findings that we had earlier on would be just lovely. This with Sarah's challenge, this with the first kit, this with the second kit, this with the ametrine, with literally anything, and it's a stash builder. It's an absolute 100% stash builder as well. So even if you get this home, don't use it for 6 months, that's okay. They're not going to go off. Gemstones don't go off. Unlike, well, no, they don't. Unlike yogurts, although my mother would disagree with that. I've told you about my mum with yogurts. Tell you what. It's terrible. Oh, yeah. Does she eat them out of date, says Chloe. Yes. Give them a trim. Honestly. It's dreadful. Chloe won't eat anything if it's like gone off that day. Oh no, come on. You've got at least, oh, I don't know. You've got at least a few days. You've got at least kind of like a week after the sell by date. Are you?
I'm still the old school. If it smells all right and it looks okay,
Same
it's probably
here.
all right.
Yeah, same here. It's exactly the same with me. Exactly the same with me.
Unless it's sort of chicken, raw chicken.
Yeah. If it's kind of raw meat, maybe not. But I don't know. Some of the best steaks, they need to be a little bit almost past it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
The chat right now. All of our deals today so far have been incredible, haven't they? This is gonna. It's gonna go. This is gonna go. This is your chance to get chain. Now, I'll tell you a little story. How long ago was this? before I went on maternity leave, so we're talking this time last year, probably May last year, so over a year ago, I wrote an email to Paula, head of channel, to Hannah, head buyer, saying, can I give you some ideas for new products? How viable would it be for us to get spools of chain? Well, that's a great idea, Carol. It really depends on what they're going to cost. It depends because we want to get the right quality. We don't want to get rubbish quality. It might take a while for these to come in. A while was round about 3/4 of a year. Round about half to 3/4 of a year later, we managed to get spools of chain. This is the result. No, it's not all me. I'm just saying I suggested it like over a year ago. I was saying, please, can we get some spools of chain? Honestly, it has taken us so long to get this chain in stock because we just wanted to make sure that the quality was right. We wanted to get the right supply. We wanted to make sure that we were getting the right kind of length spools as well. This has been a labour of love. This has taken close to a year to get into stock. Now, we bought you quite a bit of chain over the last week or so. I haven't bought you any chain though, so this is really exciting for me. 10 metres of silver plated copper chain. These are approximately 2 mil links you're getting here. I love the thought and the opportunity to be able to work with chain and work with a 10 metre chain. You're not limited to a metre in length because there are lots and lots of you I know who like to make these really long necklaces, and connecting lots of pieces of chain together just isn't going to work for that kind of design. I don't know whether you saw the design that Gemma Crow made to go on her mum's hen do. She basically bought a dress which cost her, I think it was £6-7, just a plain black dress, and she made the most beautiful necklace. It was a long chain piece that she made, which is basically a kind of a central necklace collar with just loads and loads of chain on it, and she literally put it on and it made the dress look like it was off the catwalk. It was absolutely incredible. And she used meters and meters and meters and meters and meters of chain. What I'm going to say to you about this chain is use it in a really interesting way. If you can, if you want to, and have a look on Gemma Crow's guest designer page. She's one of our guest designers here on Jewellery Maker. Have a look at this beautiful chain piece that she made, because honestly, this is exactly the kind of chain that she used. Today, we're going to give you a fantastic price. 10 meters of silver plated copper chain under £20. How incredible is that? How incredible is that? Sorry, say that again, Chloe. Jenny unravelled one of these spools the other day. She stayed here, and Ben took it into the workshop room, which is the next. Well, it's the other side of the studio. Well, that's the other side of the studio. See where all the Wall of Fame entries are there? Oh, there you go. Who's that? I don't know. That's someone. Oh, is it Pip? There we go. But literally into the workshop room, which is meters and meters and meters away, and there was. It's incredible. 10 meters of chain is a lot. It is an awful lot of chain. Lots of you coming through there. £18.95p. I've got a couple of people multi-buying as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I love the fact we can bring you this now. I absolutely love it. Sarah, what is the benefit of having 10 meters of chain on a single in a single length?
It just allows me to do things that, you know, like my Kamihimo pieces where I might need over a metre in one go.
Of course.
So I use this in Kamihimo all the time. It just changes the feel and texture of a piece, so you can have lots of strands of satin and a couple of strands of chain in there. And it automatically gives you places if you are using materials that you can't necessarily put the threading material through the gemstone. Because you've got lots of links, you can then make charm bracelets.
Nice idea.
You know, make things that are detachable that you can add to it. I use fused chain with the bead loom as well. It looks amazing.
I bet it does.
And actually use it as a warp thread, so you can do that. Having extra long pieces of chain really allows you to do that. There's so many different things there, but those long pieces, like the one that Gemma made the other day, I think it was yesterday, the Designer Inspiration Show, where she did lots and lots of loops of chain.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, you're going to need lots of chain, and to be able to cut it to your own lengths, and then to be able to choose where you want it, and then you don't get to the end of that metre and think, oh, I haven't got a bit that's long enough, because you're just cutting the bits that you want. You have no wastage.
Yeah, good call.
So it's amazing.
Isn't it fantastic? I love it. Well done all of you there. $18.95, great deal. Right. Yes. Hang on. Whoa. Oh, these ones, oh, these are nice. These gold-plated silver. Oh, yes, I got it. This is like a findings feeding frenzy today, isn't it? Feeding frenzy of findings. This is, oh, these are lovely. These have got to be yellow gold-plated silver. They've got to be. And look how shiny these are, you can tell. They've got to be gold-plated silver. They are. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, look. See how you can tell how shiny they are? And look, on the findings here, can you see the 925 stamp there? It's not a hallmark, but it's a 925 stamp to indicate that what you're working with, what you're looking at, is 925 sterling silver underneath the yellow gold. If you are allergic to certain base metals, the most important finding the most important finding that you could ever think of and ever use in your genuine gemstone jewellery, for it to be a precious metal, it is going to be the earring finding, because earring finders go through your ear. Oh look, there you are, there's a 925 stamp on there. Lovely feature. I love the fact it's slightly hammered, don't you? So you get that really, really thin, beautiful earring finding going through your ear with that slightly flattened bit where you get the stamp, the 925 stamp. It just adds to that design feature. It's really, really lovely, isn't it? Really, really lovely earring findings. And I know it sounds like a funny thing to say, you know, talking about earring findings and how beautifully they're formed and how that little kink on the end is, has been given to you, and the little coiled quality at the bottom of the earring finding here. I know it might sound like I'm splitting hairs, but believe you and I, the quality's great. The quality's great. And if you go and have a look on the internet for just Shepherd's Hook earring findings, there will be loads of people who don't offer you precious metal, who don't offer you that 925 stamp, who don't offer you that little kink, who don't offer you that little coil bit there, who offer you a really, really substandard quality. The quality you're getting here, superb. Superb. Now, price point for these, we've got about 100 of these available. You're going to be getting 10 pairs in total. They're all going to sell out. I've got loads of you multi-buying already. Here's your deal. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, $9.95 looks great. We're going lower. Let's go. Whoa, whoa. £6.95p. Cynthia, I bet you're glad you came in to get 2. I bet Joan's glad you came in to get 2. I bet France is glad that, that they came in to get 3. Loads of people on the web now. Oh my word. Tons of you on the phone lines as well. That is absolutely fantastic. Well done. £6.95p. I'm not surprised there are so many of you there. I've got about 15 of you who haven't checked out your baskets. Please, please, please check out your baskets. Otherwise, it will be taken out your basket if you don't check your basket out and the quantity gets below a certain point. It'll be taken out your basket and given to somebody on the phone lines who can pay there and then. Patricia from Bristol's coming to get 2. Beverly from Aberdeenshire's coming to get 2. Loads of you who are multi-buying there. I've got a text message as well from Katie. Professor Katie. Hi, it's Professor Katie. Hi. You could make around 22 18-inch necklaces with the chain deal, which makes each length less than 87p. She is Professor, isn't she? Maybe we could just have Katie's Corner. And Katie could kind of sit in the corner and just sit there with a calculator saying, oh, the average length of this, and the mean and the mode. Yeah, we could, couldn't we? I don't even know what the mean and the mode mean. Do you? You know what mean and mode mean? Mean, isn't something mean? The mean is the average, isn't it? The mode. I haven't got a clue.
Or something like that.
I got a C in maths, which I was very happy with, have to say. When I got my GCSE results and I opened them and I saw C for maths, my mum said, well, I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, don't know how I spent most of my math lessons setting traps for our teacher. Katie from Yorkshire. Oh, Professor Katie. I would love that. Yes. Yes, that is the kind of thing I do. Really? Really? Are you like a statistician? Are you? I don't know. Beverly, mode is the most common. Ah, okay, right. Goodness me, we've got like a clever off, haven't we? So many people multi-buying this. That's absolutely incredible. Well done, everyone. Pat from Menorca's coming to get 2. Isn't that great? Sorry, say again. Right. Yeah. Oh my word. We've got the same in rose gold. Boom. We've got the same in rose gold, everyone. Oh, I've got a numb. Right, here we go. So, you need to know that. Here we go. These have got little beads. No, these have got little beads on as well. You've got these beautiful earring findings here. These are rose gold plated. Rose gold plated 925 sterling silver earring findings here with that little bead on the bottom as well. Dion, how are we going with these? Yeah, let's do it! Boom! £6.95p. There you go. 10 pairs of rose gold plated 925 sterling silver. Fine. These are just gorgeous now. Oh wow, 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 wow. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Isn't that incredible? There they are. Look, these have got these little added extra beads on the bottom. Ooh. They're lovely, aren't they? Please check out your baskets. I've got so many of you coming through on the web. You're not checking out your baskets. So Jennifer, anonymous in Fife, anonymous in Greater Manchester, Jane, anonymous in Belfast, Jacqueline, anonymous in Cheshire, Jane, Amanda, Beverly, Vicky, Isabel, Catherine, please check your baskets out. Wendy, please check your baskets out. If you want these, do check your baskets out because I've got most of you are multi-buying now. Oh my word! Another text message here. Beverly in Aberdeenshire. Carol, could you suggest the power? Could you suggest to the powers that silver beading chain would be a great addition to the threading material? Yes. Yes. So silver beading chain in kits. Yeah. Might take a bit of work. Hopefully it won't take 3/4 of a year. Honestly though, the only reason why it takes so long to get these in is because we need to find the right supply, we need to find the right price, we need to find the right quality. We're not just like, yeah, let's just get it from Tom, Dick and Harry from down the road. We have to get samples sent over. We've got to kind of have a look at it, show it to our guest designers, have a look at it and kind of try it out. And then we decide to order it. So these things do take a long time to come in. But yeah, I'll definitely do that. I think we really need to kind of look at our findings packs again, but we are going to be getting new findings packs in. We've got another one that's new coming up on today's show as well, which is great. Irene from Hampshire, did anyone see the Duchess of Cornwall's amethyst and pearl collar at the Queen's birthday? No. Really?
Ooh, I'll have to look that one up.
Ooh, might have to get a picture of that up. Did she? Pearls and amethyst. Very nice. Queen's birthday. Now, it's the Queen's official birthday, her actual birthday. I know that sounds like a stupid question, because she's got 2 birthdays, hasn't she, the Queen?
I think her official one is the ceremonial one, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No.
I don't know. Lee from Kent says, morning, Carol and clever Sarah. Oh, there you go. I made my daring daughter a dress from, oh no way, a dress from your chain. She looked $1 million, Hong Kong dollars. I also thread emeralds into it. Oh my word.
Wow.
I wonder what will be next. Oh, do you know what, Lee? Send us a photo if you can. I'd love to see a Wall of Fame. That would be absolutely amazing. Oh, please send us a photo of that. Oh yeah, picture of the Duchess of Cornwall. Yes, please.
Mm.
Where is she? Can we show that picture? Here, we're going to try and show the picture. Nice hair in that photo, actually. There you are. So that's amethyst and pearl, is it? I like that. She's looking good in that photo, isn't she? At the Queen's birthday. She hasn't had Botox, has she? I can't imagine the Duchess of Cornwall having. Botox, that is, yeah. Dion's all bitter and twisted. Yeah, well, it's just Botox, isn't it? Airbrushing, airbrushing. No, people are allowed to look attractive. That's all Botox. Polyfiller, that is, polyfiller. Right, here we go. Okay, so loads of you, sorry, what was that? A jingle for who? We've got a jingle for Katie now. Katie, if you want to waste your money and send us a text, we've got a jingle for you. Right, are we doing the next kit now? I'm going to take that strand out. I'm going to keep it for me. Sarah's giggling because Sarah knows what the strand is I've just taken out. This kit's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Darkly Decadent. Does that freak you out? Yeah? Okay. Just a bit. Tell you what, I was sneezed yesterday and Hattie, I made her cry. It was awful. I felt so bad. She'd just woken up from a nap. And it takes a lot to make her cry because she's tough as old boots. And I sneezed and she went, and it took ages for me to calm her down. I sneezed like an elephant. I was like, wachoo! And poor thing, I saw her jump. It's horrible when you make your child cry. Poor little tinker. Anyway, so here we go. Darkly Decadent. Yeah, it's still a bit freaky, isn't it? A bit Nigella. I love Nigella. I absolutely love her. So what have we got here? Clear quartz graduated. What are these? These are wheels, aren't they? Graduated wheels. Absolutely gorgeous. This is crystal clear clarity you should be looking for here. Oh, beautiful. From about 4x2 to 8x4 millimeters in diameter. So you've got these really beautiful little ones here, verging on kind of seed bead size, to ones which are quite large in the centre actually. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Aren't they gorgeous? You've then got labradorite ovals. Really stunning labradorite ovals here. Look at this. Now, I don't want to get you too excited. Coming up later on in the show, of course I want to get you excited. Coming up later on in the show, so I'm trying to hide my gammy finger because it's just rank. This is coming up later on in the show. This kit goes so well with this brand new strand of labradorite, which is coming up later on in the show. Right, so labradorite, clear quartz. Oh, look at that, pyrite. Beautiful, faceted, coated pyrite. Love it, love it, love it. 3 beautiful strands, they're awesome, aren't they? Can you imagine these on the bead loom? Imagine kumahimaing or macrameing with these 3 strands. You could do it because you've got a threading pack with this. Monofilament beading thread elastic, brilliant. And how about one of our newest findings packs in yellow gold plated copper. Now, let me show you, oh, there you go, perfect, thanks Chloe. So you've got this gorgeous chain, which I showed you earlier on. I do harp on about this chain a lot, but the quality is amazing. It's really, really heavy. Look at the gold alongside the gemstones. Doesn't that look great? Doesn't that look great? Doesn't that look awesome? You've also got these awesome S-clasps as well, S-clasp 7. You've got these S-clasps with extended chains. Reach for the stars, everyone. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Great for your ribbon, your beading threads. Absolutely beautiful. Now, so you've got 115 findings. You've got your 3 strands of genuine gemstones and your threading pack. It looks great, doesn't it? Do we have to? Shall I? How about a strand of emerald? Oh my word. How about a strand of genuine emerald? Yes, yes, yes. Do you know what? This has got the colour of Colombian emerald, Santa Teresina emerald, Itabera emerald, pretty much all of the major emerald locations. It's got colours reminiscent of all of these. Whether you're talking about Zambia or even Siberian, you know, you are looking at amazing variety of emerald. I love it. A strand of emerald, my all-time favourite genuine gemstone, my birthstone of May. It is absolutely out of this world. This strand of emerald on its own, in a pair of earrings, just half a dozen gemstones. That would have to be a pair of earrings that I'd have to put a price point on there, kind of between 15 and 20 pounds. I'd have to. It's emerald, genuine emerald. One of the big 4 gemstones, one of the biggest and most beautiful gemstones and rarest gemstones on planet Earth. I adore it. And what I love so much about this strand is that variety of colour. Colours reminiscent of Colombian emerald, Itabera, Santa Teresina emerald, Zambian emerald, all of the major emerald locations. Today, the price point of this kit, as I said first thing this morning, the prices of all of our kits today is jaw-droppingly amazing. How do you fancy under £25? £24.95 for this kit. It's not price. We are going even lower. You have got to come in and get this kit. This kit has got emerald in it. Oh my word. And here it is. Your deal today, £21.95 for this brand new kit with emerald, a strand of genuine, beautiful, gorgeous emerald. I just love it. Oh my word. Lovely to see that we've got lots of telephone bidders involved already, which is great. Please do check your basket out as well as quickly as you can. I just love being able to bring you kits like this. I love being able to bring you kits with emerald in, you know, genuine rarity. Absolutely beautiful. Now, Sarah,
yes,
you wanted to use this emerald kind of in a single piece, didn't you?
I did, yes, and I went to town with it, but
I love what you've done with it.
you know, I would wear that every single day.
So would I.
You wouldn't get it off my wrist.
Now, I love the fact you've put it in a bracelet, because bracelets, wearing a bracelet, you get to see those gemstones, you get to see that design all the time, don't you? It's such a lovely design, this one. Look at that. Just beautiful. Look how decadent that is. It's gorgeous. It's like a loose kind of Celtic knot design. I love it. Suits those gemstones down to the ground, doesn't it?
It does, because you've got the 2 different sizes of gemstones, you get 2 different sizes of loops when you make it naturally, and you don't have to do anything to create those loops. It just naturally will form them at the right size. So it's just brilliant. Oh,
it's such a beautifully formed piece. I just love it. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the findings as well. The gold. I have to say, when I initially saw the gemstones for this kit, I would have initially put them with silver-plated copper. I really like them with gold-plated copper, though, don't you?
Yes, I do. It just really gives a real warmth to the jewellery. So, I mean, but you know, if you've got different findings at home, you can change it up. You know,
of course you can,
get 3 different looks depending what sort of findings you put, whether you put rose gold or your silver with it.
Look at these gorgeous earrings. Look at these beautiful earrings that Sarah's made. They're all absolutely stunning. I just love them. These are such pretty little earrings here, aren't they gorgeous?
Very delicate. You could wear those every day. You know, if
Definitely.
you didn't want something too wow factor, you know, you could wear those every day. And you know, I always liked jewellery that if I was going to work, I always used to have like some jewellery I'd wear to work, and then I'd have some more in my bag, so just in case I went out for a glass of wine after work, and just change your jewellery.
Nice, yeah.
Just makes you feel a little bit more dressed up.
Yeah. Absolutely, and this design here, which we're actually going to see a technique on in just a couple of seconds, absolutely beautiful. How Sarah has used findings in a very, very interesting way, a really, really unusual way. Sarah, as you say, these 3 pairs of earrings are earrings you can actually wear every single day of the week.
Yes.
They're the kind of earrings that you'd almost want by your front door. You know, you've maybe got a mirror by your front door, you've got a little a collection of maybe some lip gloss or some lipsticks by your front door as well, and maybe you want a little bowl just with some earrings in as well. So just before you leave the house, you can put a bit of lip gloss on, a bit of lipstick on, and you can put your you can choose a pair of earrings to wear that day as well. It's you know, they're that easy to wear, aren't they?
They are, and you know, just depending on which one you choose, you know, you can go for very simple, you go for a little bit more length on the smaller ones, and then you know, you've got those elegant earring findings, those elongated findings.
Beautiful, aren't they?
And I think just by having that elongation, you know, it can make you sort of your neck feel a lot longer.
Definitely, so. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, technique-wise, you're going to see. We're going to see how Sarah's used these beautiful start-up headpins in a really unusual way.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's quite I just had loads of findings left over, and I thought, what am I going to do with them all? So this is where this design came from. What I've done is I've started off making my neckline piece, and what I've done is I've taken a long length of chain, which I'm going to attach a clasp to. I've added a piece of beading thread and some of the beads, and then to that I'm literally just going to add a 9 linked piece of chain, which is just there. So I'm just adding it on my crimp bead, and I'm just going to add that on there quickly. Just gives you a nice piece to attach all of your lovely wire work. It's sort of what I call mini wire work, because it's not really wire, it's you're just using your head pins or your eye pins. I'm just going to crush that crimp bead. So that's my little working place that I'm going to put all of my extra little tassels and dangles onto. Just going to cut that piece of beading thread off. So that's that little bit done. So that's my neckline piece done. I'll just pop that over there. Okay. So now what I've got is I've got 3 of my star-shaped head pins. And all I've done is literally taken 1, or taken 3. What you do is I do it with my fingers, because you can feel better how much pressure to do this with. I know some people will use a plier, but what you don't want to do is to push it too hard, because these are attached onto the head pin, so you can actually snap them off if you're not careful. So just use your fingers and just feel the pressure that you need for that. I'm going to then take an extra long head pin, the extra fine head pins, and some of them seem to be a little bit longer than others. I don't know why, but there you go, that's a bonus. And what I'm going to do is take my centre head pin, my flattened head pin, and I'm just going to take, I'm going to try and do this without my fingers in the way, it's a bit hard. Just take that and wrap it a couple of times around. And it doesn't need to be really neat, because you can push it up with your fingernails.
They are so malleable.
So I've just got 2 little loops on there, and I've got the little tail, which I need to hang on to, because otherwise this will just spin round. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another star-shaped head pin. I'm just going to put it next to that one, like that. And if you try and leave a gap at the end, it means you can wrap the wire through the gap. So you can actually bend these out if that makes life any easier for you, so end up with them sort of pointing out at an angle. I'm just going to take that through and do 2 little wraps. Just as simple as that, like that. And then I'm going to come round the back of the centre one and do 2 little wraps. And then I'm going to take my 3rd one, so I've got that sort of effect at the minute. And I'm going to take my 3rd one, bring that in, and do exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to anchor it. And again, if you space out the 3 sort of almost legs, if you like, of the head pins, you can get in there. And if you find it a bit tricky, you can always take your pliers and do it with your pliers as well.
They're just so malleable. It's so beautiful what you're doing. It's just using them in a different way, isn't it?
It is. So you've got like a little connection there.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Then I would take that head pin back round.
So you're effectively weaving that in and out, aren't you? It's really interesting.
You know, if you're not absolutely the world's best wire worker, don't panic, because it's so fine that you're not going to see it really, almost. So you end up with an effect like that.
Love it.
Okay, so you've got the 3, so you've got one in the middle that's a little bit longer than the other 2.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is you can, because this is weaved, you can actually manipulate the head pin still. So I'm just going to pull these ones out.
Yeah, go for it.
And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of that tail. It's going to come round and I'm going to get rid of it, because it's done its job now. Then what I'm going to do is, if you have the bail making pliers at home, they're brilliant, because you'll get an even circle on either side when you bend your head pins. But I'm going to do it with my round nose pliers, because I know not everybody's got these at home. Okay. So I use my round nose pliers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm not going to go right up to the star, because I don't want to put any stress on the star. I'm just going to come up and just going to turn that in, just like that. Oops, sorry. There we go. You see, I'll turn that in.
Lovely.
And then I'm just going to do the other one again. Just turn it in until you end up with something like that.
Yeah.
And then what I did was I spiraled the top of the outside two head pins back down. So just using your flat round nose pliers again into the end, and if you want a perfect spiral, don't stop when the metal touches again. You want it just to come round and just kink it over an extra little bit. Then use your flat nose pliers and get in there and create that spiral down, and you'll find this will help to stop it moving around as well. And do exactly the same on the other side. In, create that spiral, and then just go round a little bit extra, so that just helps you to get that spiral really, really, really neat. And then on the top, I just created a little spiral.
Gorgeous.
So just come down your round nose pliers and create that little spiral. If I try and hold that.
That's really lovely. Isn't that gorgeous?
There you go.
Yeah. Isn't that lovely?
And that's how you create those. And the second one you create, what you want to do is, I know it's sacrilege, but you want to actually chop the star off in the middle and just create a little loop, and that's where your jump ring will go through.
For this one?
For that one, yeah. For the second one in the chain.
Yeah.
And so then all you do is use a little jump ring, little piece of chain, and attach it onto the middle of the centre part, the 9 links. You're going to attach it onto the middle one, onto the link number 5, and then you're going to have 2 other little dangles of chain either side of that, which you're just going to attach on some clear quartz and a spacer bead.
That's gorgeous.
And that
Isn't
would
it
be
lovely?
that's your neckline piece done. So it's very easy.
Just using findings in a really, really different way. This one really, really pretty. £21.95 this kit. Absolutely amazing.
I can't believe
it's
that
meant to be £24.95, which is already a great saving, but today £21.95, and it's got genuine emerald in as well. Absolutely fantastic. Genuine emerald in this kit. Gorgeous. Thank you very much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Let's see you over at the Wall of Fame and see some of your designs. Hi there! I've got number 419 here. This is absolutely delicious. This is what you can do with all those spacer beads we brought you today. This has been sent in by Chris, who's from North Essex, who says, hi to all at JM Studio. Hi, Chris. My entry this week is a necklace I made for myself for my June birthday. Made with cultured pearls, faceted rounds of moonstone as well, rose gold, 95 sterling silver rounds, and a clasp, all from Jewellery Maker. Good. I also made matching earrings and a heart chain bracelet with pearl drops. Would love some Alexandrite, but out of my price range. Never seen it within a beading format. Maybe one day. Good luck to all. Best wishes, Chris. Do you know what, Chris? We're actually trying to get hold of some Alexandrite now.
Wow.
That'll be really exciting.
Oh, I love Alexandrite.
Best of luck to you, Livy.
I have 417.
Oh, it's like Tanzanite.
And this is from, I think it's Jackie. She says, here is my entry for this week's Wall of Flame. Please excuse any typing errors. I'm having to resort to an old keyboard which has sticky keys. My entry is a pair of earrings made from Tanzanite chips and labradorite plain wheels with gold-plated copper findings,
lovely.
all from Jewellery Maker. Well, Jackie, I didn't see any typing errors in there, and those earrings are absolutely
And she's used spacer beads as well.
Yep.
See, we bought you so many spacer beads today. You're seeing them everywhere, and so many designs today.
Yeah.
This is amazing. What a gorgeous suite of jewellery. Number 420, sent in by Iris, who says, hello to all at Jewellery Maker. Thank you for all the great demos, which I hope has enabled me to improve my wire work. Well, it certainly looks as though it has. Your wire work is incredible, Iris. I have made a couple of wire wrap pendants with my agate bundle. Another is a necklet that I have been working on for some while, and I'm so pleased with it. I've used some twisted wire and the lad weave, but I've added large clear quartz after watching one of the newer designers, I think it was Anne, in the week, who showed us how to make prongs. A big thanks for that. And another clear quartz which I caged. I've also been trying out rings, which I still think I have a long way to go. I don't know, your wire work really is, it's so neat, it's beautiful. One is rose quartz, another is hematite, and some call it pink, and some small pink quartz. All wires and gemstones are from Jewellery Maker, some of which I've had for about a year. Carry on the great teamwork, Iris. Iris, beautiful jewellery there, absolutely stunning, best of luck.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, really lovely pieces.
I have 418.
Oh.
And this is from Karen. She says, Missy. I don't know if that's your nickname, Karen, or your shortened name. She says, here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I've used pink opal and chrysoprase chips, all from Jewellery Maker, and silver spacers.
Oh, yeah.
From my stash to create this piece. It's very summery, adds a bit of glamour to my maxi dress.
Really beautiful.
I would like to wish everybody who enters good luck this week. Love to all the lovely presenters and the very talented designers. And that's from Karen or Missy.
I love slave bracelets. They're so beautiful.
Aren't
They're
they
so
lovely?
summery. They're gorgeous. And the final one is number 421. Beautiful wire work piece here. Good morning to all at Jewellery Maker House. This is from Alan up North Wakey. I've no idea where that is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Good morning to all at Jewellery Maker Towers. Hope you're all well. This is my entry for the Wall of Fame. I caught the quartz lilies on last week's show and I had to have them. This piece is inspired by the flowers themselves, long and elegant, and calla lilies are my favourite. I used rose quartz and I attached them to silver chain, turned the flower heads and wrapped them into a corsage style pendant with a mixture of droplets to give them that extra boosh. All findings as well as everything is from Jewellery Maker. That's the only place I shop. Good luck to all, and me as a win would be Fabo. My visa is screaming at me a lot. All the best, hugs and stuff. Alan, up North Wakey. That's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad that you've been inspired by the calla lilies, because they are amazing, amazing gemstones and amazing flowers. Beautiful. Number 421. Right. Coming up in a few seconds, Sunstone, brand new strand. It's absolutely gorgeous. The quality is amazing. Plus loads and loads and loads more incredible deals. Don't go anywhere.
Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at Jewellery Maker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, Jewellery Maker are never far away.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she takes you on the fascinating journey of creating face canes using polymer clay. In each chapter, Debbie will guide you through how to create each part of the face. Then, with the final chapter, advance your skills and learn how to add detail and character to your piece. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Do you know something? It doesn't feel like a Monday today. Sorry, just moving my chair. It doesn't feel like a Monday today. It really honestly doesn't. It feels, the range of new ins that we've got, our kits, the deals that we've got today, makes it feel like it's a Sunday. It honestly does. Like we've got, it almost feels like one of those shows where we've got launch after launch after launch, because the prices that we bought you today, the gemstones that we bought you today, they are all incredible. I mean, absolutely amazing. The quality of sunstone you are getting here is up there. And I've seen a lot of sunstone over the years, as I'm sure you have if you've been watching Jewellery Maker for a while. This has got to be some of the best we've ever bought you. I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that these gemstones are so big. It's one of the biggest strands of sunstone I've ever bought you. The majority of times I've bought you sunstone, they've been beautiful. They've been little nuggets on those big long strands that we do, and they're absolutely wonderful. But when you have a gemstone, when you have the same gemstone but in a much bigger capacity, you get that kind of quality. You get to see that incredible schiller, and you can see, I mean, can you see all those gorgeous colours? Pinks, purples, oranges, yellows. Can you see it sparkling away there? That's natural, you know. I think it's the most amazing gem quality. I do. And what you're literally seeing is light reflecting from the inner qualities of the gemstone, which is showing you the internal beauty of each one of these unique gems. I mean, that is stunning, isn't it? So many different tones. It's so much more than a kind of a peachy colour gemstone, isn't it? Because you're going to be getting pinks, oranges, blues. It's absolutely outstanding, isn't it? There is, I mean, this gemstone is so aptly named. Sunstone is the best name for this gemstone. It really is the best name for this gemstone. When you get this gemstone outside, when you start wearing this gemstone in, very simply, just two of these gemstones in a pair of earrings, just two gemstones with some of the rose gold findings we bought you earlier on. Can you imagine how beautiful these gemstones are going to be when they've got light going all the way around them and daylight going all the way around them, because the sunlight is literally going to make these sparkle. They really are delicious. I think incorporating gemstones like this maybe into a wedding inspired necklace or headdress, earrings, it is absolutely the way forward. If you love your labradorite, you love your moonstone, then this gemstone is from the same family. This is a member of the feldspar family, and you are going to be getting similar qualities in this gemstone that you would expect to get in moonstone and labradorite. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. It's got such a wonderful depth to it. Now, price point for this. This is a big strand. This is one of the biggest strands of sunstone that we've really ever bought you. A little bit like rose gold in the fact that it will suit any skin tone at all. It's just beautiful because it's got the similar kind of tones, coral tones, peachy tones, pink tones. It's absolutely beautiful. Such a wonderful, genuine gemstone. Because it is one of the biggest strands of sunstone we've ever bought you, what kind of price would you expect to pay? Okay, well, it's going to have to be definitely over £30, definitely. Maybe closer to 40, 50. Brand new, never been bought to you before, and it's big. One of the biggest strands of sunstone we've ever bought you. Look at the price point of it today. You are going to love this. $21.95. Look at the size of them. They're enormous. On my wrist, I mean, I'm what? What am I? From the camera at the minute, I'm about 7 foot away from the camera, and look at, I mean, you can see the size of them there, can't you? They're enormous. They're absolutely gigantic, aren't they? Sarah, these are big sunstones, aren't they?
They are, and they've got real impact because of the size of them. I just think, you know, you would only want to use maybe 2 or 3, and you've got an absolute huge impact piece of jewellery.
Definitely.
You know, if you've got the spacer beads, those gold ones we had earlier, the 2mm ones, just look amazing. Just space those out with those spacer beads. Maybe if you want to do a little bit of wire macrame, you put the spacer beads around them.
Nice.
Or if you wanted to make a beautiful pendant with little wire work pendant with just 3 or 4 of those in, and a lot of those spacer beads and some gold wire, just really bring all those sunshiny colours in with the gold colour findings. Yeah. Just think they're going to look amazing.
Similarly, Sarah, even with the rose gold plated space beads we had earlier on, they'd be great with those as well, wouldn't they?
They would, but you're not having them back.
So that's it, isn't it? You really are not limited with this strand at all, because it's graduated as well. You've got gemstones in here which are perfect for everything from earrings through to rings, through to bracelets, through to pendants. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And $21.95 for this beautiful example of the feldspar family. Amazing. Now, coming up, 15 minutes time, this outstanding strand of labradorite. I cannot wait to bring you this. It is out of this world. This incredible genuine gemstone strand coming away in about 15 minutes time. So around about 11:30, 11:45. I can't wait to bring that to you. Amazing. Yeah, here we go. Uno, due. Oh, here we go. Oh, no way, awesome. Right, we've got a selection of crimp covers here. These are all, are they rose gold plated copper? No, oh, right. Oh, rose gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp covers. I don't think I've ever bought you precious metal crimp covers. That's really amazing, isn't it? Rose gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers. Thanks, Cass. Cup of tea. Oh. What are crimp covers? Okay, well, crimp covers are basically a C shape like that. Curly K. Not kicking K, curly K. Kicking K. So if you can imagine a piece of beading thread looks like that, yeah? You've got your crimp bead, which you put onto your beading thread like that, yeah? Crimp beads are great, but you might not have any rose gold plated copper or rose gold plated silver crimp beads. And if you've flattened your crimp bead and it's a little bit flat and you want something that, to kind of cover the crimp bead to kind of dress it up a bit, these are great. So you've got your piece of beading thread, you've got your crimp, the crimp cover goes over the crimp and the beading thread, and it looks, when you squash them down, they look, when you squash it closed, it looks like a little bead. They're absolutely beautiful. I know lots and lots and lots of you actually don't use these as crimp covers at all. You just use them as spacer bead. And you can use them as spacer bead. You don't have to use them as crimp covers at all. Now, 100 in total. Deal after deal after deal after deal today. And not only that, but today feels like a Sunday. It really, really does. The prices we've shown you, the deals we've shown you, the products that we've had have been absolutely incredible. It's actually a Monday. It just doesn't feel like a Monday at all, does it? It feels like the weekend. Now, we are going to show you the price, first of all, that these should be. £14.95p. That's for 100 rose gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers. Not today. Here's your deal. Oh, yeah. Precious metal crimp covers. Rose gold plated 925 sterling silver, 100 in total. Now, Sarah, I can't recall ever, and forgive me, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't recall ever doing precious metal crimp covers. For me, they've always been rose gold plated copper or silver plated copper.
I might have had some sterling silver ones, but I think they were all in findings packs.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever, I can't recall ever doing them on their own.
No, I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to get them on their own like that. So it's just, for me, that's amazing, because, you know, if you've gone to all the trouble of making everything in a piece of jewellery in precious metal, you don't want to put a plated finding on there, possibly. So it just means that you can keep the continuity of your piece of jewellery going right through. And for those really special pieces, you know, if you've made a beautiful pearl bracelet, for instance, you want to make sure that the finish on it is as professional as you can get. And to me, if a crimp is visible, to me, in certain respects, it should have a cover on if you've got one.
Yeah,
and
good call.
Just because it gives that professional finish to your jewellery. I personally, if I've got a crimp cover that's there, I'll put it on a crimp, because unless it's a piece of jewellery where I'm wanting the crimps to be the feature, then I'd like to keep them covered, because they give extra comfort to your piece of jewellery as well.
They do give extra comfort, and I'm just thinking about how else I would use these. In illusion style necklaces as well, where you kind of have the gemstones effectively floating around a piece of monofilament, you don't want to see those crimps. You know, use these as spacer beads, use these as to cover your crimp beads, to improve the look of your jewellery. And as Sarah says, they're really nice and comfy as well to wear against your skin. Amanda from Norfolk says, thanks for the crimp bead covers. Big request now. Any 925 sterling silver ones? I don't think I've ever seen them on their own. Dion says she's having a look on the report and she can't see any. We'll ask our managers upstairs. We'll ask the pals at B and see if we can get some 925 sterling silver ones. That would be great, wouldn't it? That would be great.
Oh, definitely.
Have we got yellow gold ones? Ooh, we got yellow gold ones as well. Oop, oop. Here we go. Now, here we go. Tell you what, these deals today have been amazing. So first day of Wimbledon today. There you go. The weather's meant to stay nice, isn't it, till Wednesday? And I don't know what's happening after that, whether it's going to be a bit pants. I think it's going to be nice on Wednesday.
It's supposed to be unsettled for the rest of the week, though,
Is
isn't
it?
After that.
Apparently it's going to be rain at Glastonbury this year.
There's a surprise.
Ooh. Yeah, there is a surprise. Yeah, exactly. Which one? Number 3. I've been to Glastonbury once. Absolutely loved it. Oh my word! It was just amazing. The most amazing experience of what I can remember, anyway. Now, here we go. How many are you getting here? These are enormous. Okay, right. I'll show you. Can't show you them all. You stay there, you fighters. Oh, can you, Ben? Go on then. There we go. Ben says I can show you them all. There we go. So these are yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers. 100 in total. I've got loads and loads and loads of them here. I won't get them all out now because it will just be, you what? Should be £14.95. Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to match the price. Oh my word. Get involved when you can. 100 in total. 100 in total. We are going to do exactly the same price. And these are even bigger. These are even bigger. Yeah, they're bigger. Where have the details gone? Oh, they'll be back on in a couple of seconds. Are they bigger or are they the same size? Let's go and have a look. 3x2mm. Are they the same? Oh, they just look bigger. These are actually the same size as the rose gold plated ones. These are yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers here. This is absolutely amazing. 100 in total. I haven't got them all out. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, I haven't got them all out. Sorry, I thought Cassie was handing them to me all out, but no, she wasn't. Haven't got them all out because they're all here in separate bags. So it would just cause pandemonium. But you are going to be getting 100 in total. Exactly the same deal that we bought you for the rose gold plated silver, but these are yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver. And as Sarah says, try mixing up those precious metals. It's always nice to do that. Gives your jewellery a really expensive look, doesn't it?
It does. And you know, I always like things like, you know, mixing all my different chains up from the findings pack. So you know that some of the findings packs have got the bigger linked chain, and some have got the smaller linked chain.
Nice.
Just mix it all up together and change your metals and things, and it changes the look of jewellery. And I always like to just put them with my gemstones and just see how everything sits. And sometimes you can't quite make your mind up, so just mix it up and have them both. Mix it up and have a play. Yep.
Sarah's tip for the day there. Why not? Just go for it. £9.95 there for 100 yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers. Really, really, really fantastic set of finding these. Absolutely gorgeous. Another text in from Tracy. Tracy, hi all. Brilliant. I've made a lovely necklace with the rose gold silver findings, but had no crimp covers. Now I have. Now I have. Yippee, Tracy. Sorry. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely awesome. I'm so glad that you've got them. You've got them now. There's nothing worse than kind of hankering after that one finding and thinking, oh, do you know, I really want to be able to use. I really want to be able to get hold of a certain finding. Then all of a sudden, you watch Jewellery Maker, and there it is. Well done. £9.95 for 100 yellow gold plated 925 sterling silver crimp bead covers. Awesome. Oh, this is the Matrix box. Thanks, Kath. Lovely cup of tea, by the way. Good tea maker. Good tea maker. Amongst other things, amongst other strings to her bow. Did you have a nice holiday?
I did, thank you.
Did you? What did you do on holiday?
I did paragliding.
Paragliding?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No. Okay. Paragliding. Yeah.
I went on a catamaran cruise.
Went on a catamaran cruise.
I went to a theme park.
Went to a theme park.
I went to an illusion show, like a magic show.
Was there anything you didn't do?
No.
She just did everything. I think someone's got heart-shaped eyes. Someone's got heart-shaped eyes. Someone's got heart-shaped eyes. He wants to love you. All right, fair enough. Sorry. Shut up! Shut up! Shut! Right, everyone, get my what ready? Get my hat ready. Have I got to buy a hat? That's all I need to know. Right, here we go. So, Matrix collection. These are awesome. So, can we get a security guard in here, please, to physically restrain Sarah? These are the kind of, no, I'm serious. These are the kind of things she goes crazy for. These are Matrix collections. The Matrix collection is it's got nothing to do with Keanu Reeves or Lawrence Fishburne. These are to do with bringing you loads and loads and loads of different findings, all kind of with one theme. The theme for these is using these with different threading materials. Let me show you what's inside these Matrix collection boxes. You're going to be getting a pair of these. These are kind of bell-shaped tops that you put on the end of necklaces, bracelets. You're getting these large caps here. You're then going to be getting slightly smaller ones. I'll get them all out just so you can see. I'll put that one back. And then you get these mini ones as well. You get exactly the same in antique bronze as well. Now, Sarah, these are really useful findings to have, aren't they?
They are. They work brilliantly with your Kamihimo, with your Brady projects, whether you're using leather and suedette.
And why is that? Is it because you can physically kind of put the ends into the caps?
Yeah, if you're using the ribbon endings, there's a limit to how much you can actually physically get into them to get them to shut and create that neat finish. And these just give you that one step further, especially the larger versions, because you can then start using, say, 5 or 6 pieces of your 2mm leather.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, so you can actually then do those really intricate sort of weaves or multiples of plaits, you know, so if you want to do a 6-strand plait, for instance, with leather or suede, you can actually then have a way to create a really neat finish to that piece of jewellery. So, and also this one, you've got the different side ribbon clasps in there as well, the different end sizes. So if you like that finish, but find that the ones that come in the findings packs are a little bit maybe too small for the piece that you're doing, then they've got the larger versions of those as well. So you've just got really every sort of finish covered, where you're using maybe multiple strands. And I use the smaller caps for multiple strands of things like Eslon, or if I'm using beading thread, I actually just bind the ends of all my beading thread with crimp them together, and then I bind them with a little piece of wire, and then I put them in there, and they actually stay in there glued in as well. So beading thread, multiples of beading thread as well. Lovely.
So pretty much for every single bead and threading material that we have here, so you've got from the really small little caps here, which Sarah says, you know, are just as useful as these larger ones here as well. And similarly with the ribbon endings, you've got the little ones here, right the way up to these really, really large ribbon endings as well. Now, you're going to be getting 2 matrix boxes full of these kind of findings. They're absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. They're always very popular because we have so many people who watch Jewellery Maker and are inspired by, oh look, there they all are, inspired by macrame, kumihimo. If you are going to be using multiple threads, this kind of matrix pack is absolutely essential for you to come in and get. I've already got lots of you coming through on the web and the phones. We're going to bring you the price now. These are wonderful, and they always sell out. So get involved when you can. Great price point for you as well. These are all antique bronze and rose gold plated copper. Wow. So I thought that was just copper. That's rose gold plated copper. Seriously? $9.95. Well, that's amazing. I knew that was antique bronze plated copper. I knew that, but I just assumed that was copper. That this matrix pack was just copper on its own. No, it's rose gold plated copper for $9.95. Both packs of these for under a tenner. That's rose gold plated copper. So that means you've got rose gold on top of copper. I thought it was just copper on its own. That's precious metal plated copper. That's incredible. For one of these matrix boxes, that's incredible. But for 2 lots, that's absolutely amazing. Honestly, we've got some of the best findings deals I've ever bought you on Jewellery Maker on today's show. Quite seriously. That's why I said today's show shouldn't be based around kumihimo. It should just be called the ridiculous, amazingly priced bargain bus show. Hasn't got the same ring to it, but you know, it really is amazing. Some of the deals that we bought you today, it is like a findings trade show, isn't it? Honestly, all of the deals we bought you today, especially the findings deals, have been absolutely Second to none. Oh, Chloe, that was brilliant. Keep watching and find out where the deals go. Are you finding these deals irresistible? Are you finding these jokes funny? Finding these puns slightly irritating? Fine. I love her. £9.95. Anyway, that's absolutely amazing. Loads of you still multi-buying. That's great, isn't it? Isn't that awesome? I love that. Rose gold plated copper. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Thanks, Dion. No worries, no worries, no worries. Can you hear them singing in there?
Yes.
I thought you were going to sing thing.
Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Stevie Wonder! Stevie Wonder sung it. Who sung it? Only Stevie Wonder. He's amazing. Old Stevie. Now, fantastic. Right, is it time? Time for the Labradite. Now, we've had lots of people calling through. We've had lots of queues on the phones, lots of people coming through on the web all day today. It's been very, 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 very busy. In fact, one of the busiest Mondays I can remember. Honestly, it's one of the busiest Mondays I can remember. It's been very, very, very busy. It's got a lot to do with the pieces that we've had. It's got a lot to do with the prices that we've had. This, for me, is absolutely the pinnacle of beauty on today's show. Imagine getting a strand of labradorite, getting on the phone lines, getting involved on the website, getting it home, and getting a strand of labradorite. Oh, I'm giving myself goosebumps. Where one of your labradorites, just one of them looks like that. One of them, where one of them looks like that. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing if you got a strand of labradorite home and one of the gemstones looked like that? Not just one of them. Every single gem on this strand is out of this world. This is labradorite of such a high quality. Look at the other side. The other side is just as beautiful, if not more beautiful. Oh my word, look at that. These gemstones look magical, I think. They really do. You can tell, you can appreciate, hopefully, or can you appreciate how the myth and legend of gemstones come about? Because I tell you something, look at that, it's absolutely, it's singing, it's out of this world, isn't it? It's just amazing. You can imagine, can you imagine many, many, many years ago, generations ago, hundreds, thousands of years ago, people coming across, look at that, people coming across labradorite in its rough form under the ground, people coming across this incredible gemstone and seeing it, and they must have thought this gemstone was magical. They must have thought it. You can see where the myth and legend of gemstones comes from, because this gemstone just, it captivates my imagination. I love it. It's one of the finest examples of labradorescence, isn't it? It's out of this world. And when I look at a strand like this, even some of the smaller gemstones, but let's have a look at some of these large ones. That in a pendant. In a pendant. That would be a pendant that, if that was set with precious metal findings, and we bought you more precious metal findings today than I think we've ever done on JewelleryMaker. We've crammed more precious metal findings into today's show than I think we ever have done, and we've got more. We've still got more coming up, by the way. That central gemstone there in a pendant, that would have to be a pendant that I would sell for no less than £25. It would have to be. Have to be. It is so special. The example is so incredible. Now, okay, wouldn't it be amazing if you could get the entire strand for £25? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You're about to see one of the best deals I think we have ever bought you for labradorite. We're about to bring you one of the best price points we have ever bought you for labradorite. Think of rarity. Think of gemstones like, well, think of abalone. Think of abalone. Think of amalite. Goodness me, I almost forgotten the name of that gemstone because I haven't seen it for such a long time. Amalite, one of the rarest gems on planet Earth. It looks like amalite. It looks like abalone. It looks magical. Today, you are going to be getting this entire strand for under £25. For under £20. Do you know what? Have a look at your price today. This is going to sell out in seconds. £11.95p. That is ridiculous. I can hear Sarah's reaction. It's bonkers, isn't it?
It is. And that centre one where you're doing that is just flashing like mad.
I know.
And that's just one that's, you know, they're all doing it, but the centre one, because I think it's just the way it's angled towards me, is just absolutely flashing like mad. And I'm getting blues and I'm getting greens and yellows. And
crazy strand, this one.
Crazy colours and just amazing. That price, I think you'd pay that if you went to a bead fair. You'd pay that for one of those.
Oh, not even. I don't think you'd even be able to get one of them for £11.95.
Yeah. And it just, you know, and I don't think that it would be anywhere near the quality that those are.
No.
Because they're just amazing quality.
And this is it. Not all labradorite has labradorescence. What you're seeing here is natural. This is Mother Nature. Nothing has been done to this gemstone other than it being mined, cut, faceted, drilled, threaded, sent to us. That is it. That is it. I am so in love with this gemstone strand. Patricia says, oh, Carol, I've never seen such beautiful labradorite. That one is for me. Well done, Patricia. Absolutely awesome. The majority of you are multi-buying. Patricia from Lancashire is coming to get 2. Jane from Merseyside, 2. Anonymous in Greater London, 2. Denise in Hampshire, 2. Anonymous in Surrey, 3. Linda in Hampshire, 2. Anonymous in London, 3. Anonymous in Caithness, 3. Rita in Merseyside, 2. The phone lines of the web have gone nuts for this, and it's easy to see why. This is one of the most amazing deals we have ever bought you for labradorite. I honestly believe that. It's absolutely out of this world. £11.95 doesn't even cover the cost of one of these for me. It really, really doesn't. Certainly not the central one. I think the central one here is worth, for me, I'm only saying about, you know, what I would sell it for, you know, 3 times as much as £11.95. That is just, oh, look at the faceting. Oh, ding dong, look at that. Boom. Dawn from Buckinghamshire, whoop whoop. Got the gorgeous labradorite strand. Can't wait. Keep up the good work. Loving the show as usual, Dawn. Dawn, thank you very much, my love. That's gorgeous. And as I've just been reading that text message, Rosemary from West Midlands just coming to get 2. Cheryl from South Yorkshire just coming to get 2. Anonymous in Durham. Kimberly, Beverly, Bernice, Jane, June, Andrea, Linda, Michelle, Lindsay, Rita, Carol. Another text in, got the strand as soon as it appeared to buy. I have other labradorite. This will go with just lush. Thank you, thank you. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Look at that.
Do you know, I want the 2 small ones off that strand to make my husband a pair of cufflinks. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
How would you do that?
I think I'm just going to prong set them.
Oh, what a gorgeous idea. That'd be amazing.
Because this is the only gemstone my husband's ever shown any reaction to. I've shown him amethyst and all the rest of it, and this is the only one he's ever reacted to, and he's like, oh, that's nice. It looks
so interesting though, doesn't it?
Yeah, and for a man, I think that's quite a big reaction from my husband, you know. But yeah, I'd just love to make a pair of cufflinks out of those. I think they would just be the most amazing cufflinks. They're just going to catch the light. You're going to get all that labradorescence going all the time, especially because you move all the time with that sort of area.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just imagine what these are going to, they look great in the studio, but in the studio there are about a dozen lights pointing at the desk here. And imagine what these are going to look like in daylight. These are going to just blow your socks off. Look at that one there. Yeah, it's probably easier to tell you the colours I can't see because I can see pretty much every single colour. I can't see red. I can't see red. I can see peach, green, pink, purple, blue, olive, green, black, silver, gold. It's absolutely out of this world. It doesn't look like it's from this world, does it? It's incredible. Jane from Merseyside, haha, got 2, ka-ching! Jane from Liverpool, do you know what? Yeah, ka-ching to you, love. I'm just over the moon with that, as you are as well. That is one of the best deals on Labradorite we have ever bought you. I want that. I want it in my life. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, where are we going now, love? Ooh. Final kit, everyone. Okay. Now, this final kit, this is going to go. Now, I don't know if you've seen our newest findings pack. I think, I was talking to Scott, who's our manager, a little bit earlier on. He reckons that this findings pack has only been allocated to about 10 kits so far. I don't know if any of those kits have been played. Maybe 2 or 3 of them have, but literally this findings pack is our newest findings pack, okay? And I'll show it to you in a couple of seconds, but just to let you know, it will cause this kit to sell out. The findings pack is beautiful. Not to mention which this kit is going down under £20. Right, so let me show you the gemstones in this kit. Absolutely beautiful. Did you hear something then? Under £20. So you've got beautiful, astonishingly gorgeous emerald green agate. Really beautiful strand. All of these faceted rounds. They're big, they're juicy. And they've got that gorgeous emerald green quality. They're lovely, aren't they? Next strand is genuine white opal ovals. These are lovely. Look at the, can you see the banding on these? They are really pretty, aren't they? Described as boulder opal, it's more of a white opal quality you're going to be getting here. Lovely banding through each one of these gemstones. Really nice, very unusual gem to have actually in a kit. A very unusual gemstone to have at JewelleryMaker. It's not something I've come across lots before. Really pretty though. The next strand that I've got here, it looks like turquoise. Is it reconstituted turquoise? It's shell. No, pastel blue shell pearl. No way. Ooh, these are 8mm rounds. Okay, look at these. Now, granted, if this was turquoise, it would be turquoise without any matrix running through, which would be very unusual. I didn't think for a second that it was natural turquoise. I thought maybe it's reconstituted turquoise. This is actually shell, light blue shell. They feel so cold. They're beautiful, aren't they? Don't you love that colour? That's a true turquoise colour, isn't it? Like an aqua blue. Yeah, definitely a holiday colour, isn't it? Absolutely, 100%. Love that blue. Now, with this, with these 3 strands of genuine gemstones, you're also going to be getting waxed cord. Now, I love these new packs of waxed cord. I think they're gorgeous. You've got a turquoise. You're going to be getting 10 metres on each one of these. Turquoise. Okay. Green. Dark blue. Not enough hands. Oh, I don't want to get my gammy finger into it. It's horrible. I slammed my finger in the car door. It's horrible. The nail's just in the process of coming off. It's really rank. You don't want to know that. And grey. 40 metres of waxed cord. 3 strands of genuine gemstones. This is already a really good look. Oh, thanks, love. This is already a really good looking kit, isn't it? Really good looking kit. Can I show you the findings, please? I'm desperate to show you the findings, please. Okay, here we go. Oh, hang on. No. First of all, beading thread. I forgot about this. 10 metres of 0.4mm gauge silver colour copper wire. Right, okay, so already you're going to be getting loads. 40 metres of waxed cord. 3 strands of genuine gemstones. Okay. 10 metres of wire, beading threads. Now, the new findings. Now, you may not have seen these before. I haven't seen these before. I think they're amazing, absolutely gorgeous. I want to show you. Oh, here they are. Right, first of all, look at these. Square top head pins. I love them. These are all silver plated copper. Square top head pins. How cool are those? Let me show you. Square connectors. They are just awesome, aren't they? Square connector. There's definitely a square thing going on here. What about square toggle clasp? Awesome. All silver plated copper. How about these enormous? Oh my word, they're so heavy. Oh my word. Look at the size of those. Right, I need to, I'm gonna, what should I do? I'll put them on the desk. These are so heavy. Look at the size of those. They're enormous. Massive flower beads. They're huge. If I pop one in the end of my finger, because I want you to see, look at the size of those. Oh, they're enormous. Haven't even got to the best bit yet. Do you want to see the chain? You are going to love this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Kind of oval, oh, I don't know, is it oval, is it round? They're oval link chain. This is absolutely amazing. This is a brand new findings pack. I haven't bought this to you before. It may have been, I think it's actually only been allocated to about 10 kits so far. So you might have seen it already. Oh wow, look at these earring findings. They're funky. Funky, funky, funky. Right, okay, we've got to bring the price on screen. The quantity, as you can see, is going, almost gone. Have a look at your deal today for this incredible kit. It's just gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. I'd just get it if I were you, because that is going to sell out. It's just incredible. Sarah, these flower beads are so heavy.
I know.
Heavyweight beads.
They were the first thing that came out of the findings pack, and they were the first things used.
Did they thud when they came out?
They did. Boom. On your beading tray, you know, sort of.
They're so heavy.
They are, and they're really beautiful, and just add so much to your jewellery. You know, I was just had to stop myself from actually braiding with them as just instead of the beads, because I would just have those as a focal part of a braided bracelet because they would just look amazing.
Square top head pins, square connectors. That chain's beautiful as well, isn't it?
Chain's gorgeous. It's really, really catches the light, and it's really soft and silky. It's beautiful.
Waxed cord, that gorgeous shell as well, turquoise coloured shell.
I know. And just to let everyone know, I did sort of run out of a little bit of time, so I actually had some of this kit left over. So I had loads of the threads left over, but I had some of the beads left over as well.
Wow.
Normally I will make until everything's gone. And I had a few left over from this one. I had enough for at least a pair of earrings and a bracelet, probably more.
Oh my goodness me.
So yeah.
I love the jewellery that you've made here. The colours go so beautifully together. The findings are awesome. The wax cord is brilliant. Look at this.
I know.
Isn't that wonderful?
Maxi dress. I've got a peacock coloured maxi dress. I just think it's just going to go beautifully with it.
Aren't they just?
Yeah.
Aren't they just? This, Dion says this bracelet is hers. Well, this one here. This one. Well, both of them.
Yeah.
Both these bracelets are now Dion's because Dion loves blue.
I don't know. She came in earlier and I was like, "Are they going home with you?" Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Look at these brand new findings in this necklace. Look how Sarah has used. Can I start from the back? Thanks, love. So you've got this brand new. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Brand new square toggle clasp. Brand new chain. Going round to that beautiful opal. And look at these massive spacer beads. Oh, they're huge.
That's my everyday piece. I would pick that up and put it on every single morning. It's just beautiful.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful necklace over here, because you've got wire with this kit as well. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, and I've used the wire to actually suspend the opals in between the chain on that piece. So instead of using beading thread, use the wire. It just means you can shape it. So you can actually shape it into that oval and it'll stay beautifully draped like that. And again, not huge amounts of wire work. So if you're just beginning to start with wire work, then you know the techniques in here are very easy to work with. There's nothing too tricky.
Now, technique-wise, what are you going to show us, Sarah?
Right, we're going to do this braided bracelet here.
Yes, please.
That one there, which actually, if you use the different threads and just scale it up, will give you the neckline piece.
Oh, okay.
So 2 for the price of 1.
So what's this technique called? Because you said it was something...
It's a crossover half hitch. The other one is the Chan loose. The one next to it's the Chan loose style, but it's done on wire, and then it's got a half hitch, vertical half hitches down the side. So it's actually a wire base, and the beads are threaded onto wire, and then I've used the thread afterwards just to embellish the sides. But this one's a crisscross half hitch version.
Fantastic, go for it.
I don't know if these are proper patterns, but I just make them up as I go along, so.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I've started off, and what I've done is with one of my ribbon clasps, I have added 3 pieces of beading thread, which are under here. And to one of them, I've added my turquoise shell beads. So if I just move that, you can see those there, just at the bottom. And then I've also added 2 lengths of the light blue cord and 2 lengths of the dark blue cord to alter my ribbon clasp. And what I've done with the beading thread is I've put a little crimp bead in there just to give it something to purchase onto. So when you shut the ribbon clasp, there's something for it to hold on to with the threads. And all I've done is I've started making at the top alternating half hitches. So all you do is take your cord, sorry I did that a bit quick, take your cord and over the top of your threads and you form like a little triangle with your finger.
Yeah.
And then you take the tails underneath all 3 of the threads into that loop that you've just formed and pull. And just pull that up and do exactly the same. So form a little loop with your finger, goes over the top of the 3 threads in the middle, tails
This is
under.
like your simple kind of macrame technique,
It
isn't
is,
it?
it's very, it's knots that you would use if in macrame possibly, as well as in braiding. So then what I'm going to do is, because my threads are now at 2 different heights, I've got one height slightly higher than the other, I'm just going to do a square knot just to get them back to the same height. So that's a standard macrame square knot. And if you find your threads do what these ones have done, if you just pull your knot back out, you'll get them so they're both the same length.
Lovely.
And then just the other side, so it's got a nice flat square knot. So now both of my threads are the same height on my braid. And to make my life easier, I don't know if you can see, I'm just using a little plastic cover off one of the wires.
Yeah, I really like that.
You can use a reel of wire or whatever you've got just to lift those up.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
It does, and it just makes it a lot quicker for you to actually tie all your knots if you've got a space under there. Right, so what I'm going to do now is you can choose at this point whether you want to do the crosses with the light blue or the dark blue, and whichever one you start with, you'll carry on doing that. So whichever thread you want to be the outside colour, you want to just bring it down to the middle like that. Okay. Oops. Sorry, I'm going to do those ones to the...
That's okay.
They're going to be my middle colour. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a half across the middle and this across the thread to the left, the beading thread, and this navy blue thread. I'm going to tie what I call an outside knot. So it's on the outside of all the threads. And so what I'm going to do is take that, form that knot, and take my thread under both of those and pull it up. And then I'm going to do the opposite, where I'm taking it and putting it to the inside, bring it through, and bring it up. And that's done that. I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. You're not sitting still. Will sit still. So again, on the outside of those 2.
Yeah.
And under. I'm going to take that out because it's not behaving itself. And pull that up.
Okay.
And then on the inside of those 2.
Yeah.
Like so. And pull that up.
Lovely.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to put that in there. It will behave. There we go. Right. So I've got 2 knots on the outside.
Okay.
And then these 2 threads are going to come out.
So your 2 dark threads.
2 dark threads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my turquoise beads and just pop it up.
Yeah.
Now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross the one that's on the left-hand side. Sorry. One that's on the left-hand side, I'm going to cross it and underneath the middle thread.
Okay.
The reason I'm doing that is if I don't do that, that thread will not be anchored, and when I turn the bracelet over, if I show you on this one, it would just pop through. It would just pop straight through. It wouldn't be anchored, whereas those threads are actually anchoring it.
Yeah.
So that's the right side.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong side. Not that
I
it's
see,
really
yeah.
particularly a wrong side, but and it just stops that middle thread from just dropping straight through. If you didn't do that, it would just do that. So take it underneath and take this one, the one that's on the right hand side, across the top. So I've done my kind of cross. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an inside knot. So my dropping my thing around on the inside, like so, and pull that up, and then I'm going to do an outside knot. Just remember that where you want the cord to end up, so I want it to end up facing the inside, is the one you do first. So can you see it's facing the inside?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm going to do the same with this one, inside. And when you pull it up, if you pull it and face it across the middle, and then outside, like that.
It's such a lovely technique.
And then you just literally lay those ones back down the centre and do exactly the same again with the blue. So this one goes back to the outside, the light blue. So you start with an outside, like that, and then you do an inside, like that.
Back through, yeah.
And so then you end up with that little wave that's coming down the side.
Yeah, yeah.
So just let me just do this other side, and I'll hold this up to camera, and then you'll be able to see.
Then we'll be able to see it.
I know, it's a little bit trickier doing it all on overhead. So outside.
And then an inside one.
An inside one. Right. Now then.
You don't really use the middle one much, do you? You kind of do.
Only thing that the middle one's doing is carrying the beads. That's literally all it's doing. So if I hold that up, can you see how that's starting to form? So I've just got the first bit, what I call the comfort band, where I do something that's flat, because you don't want beads around the back of your wrist.
No,
and also it saves on your beads. And then you just literally carry on doing that exact same thing. So crossing one side under the middle thread and one side over with the dark threads, and then doing the knots, and then doing your light blue ones after that. And it's just an alternating pattern, just dropping those beads in. It's a really, really therapeutic one, but just remember, where you want the threads to end up is what you do first. So if you want them on the outside, the light blue ones, you do an outside knot first, and then an inside knot, and then the dark blue ones, you do an inside and an outside.
Gorgeous. Isn't that a fantastic technique? This kit is so brilliant. It's under £20. You've got this our brand new findings pack as part of this kit. The new chain, the square top head pins, the square connector as well. 3 gorgeous strands of genuine gemstones. 40 meters of waxed cord as well, which is absolutely incredible. And 10 meters of 0.4mm gauge silver coloured copper wire. And that's all for under £20. That's like a bundle price for a fantastic kit. As you can see, we've still got 24 chances left, which I'm staggered by. Really am staggered by the fact that we've got any left at all. So do give us a call if you want to multi-buy any of these. It really is a bundle price for a brand new kit. I've got about a dozen of you who've got this in your basket who haven't checked it out. So Claire, Carol, Janet, Anna, Elizabeth, Margaret, Jill, Julie, Gillian, Sara, Francis and Stephanie. If you want to check your baskets out, go for it. It's under £20 for an absolutely fantastic kit. And as you can see, if everyone checks those baskets out, we'll have about 12 left. So please do add it to your order as quickly as you can. That's a stunning kit. Under £20, brand new findings pack as well. Lovely technique there. So and do watch that one back on our YouTube channel and replicate these designs because they're gorgeous. Thanks a lot, Sarah. Let's see you over the Wall of Fame. We're back! Do you want to go first, Lovey?
Yeah, I've got a lovely collection of jewellery here. This is 422, and this is from Jill in Links. She says, good morning everyone. At last I've made myself some birthstone jewellery using different sizes and shapes of pearls and moonstone, all from Jewellery Maker, of course. It took me ages to get the length of the strands right, but I'm glad I stuck with it. The handbag is from a well-known supermarket, but I decorated it using JM coloured leather cords, which I stitched with your nylon thread. I hope you like it. All the best from Jill in Links. Jill, that bag is amazing.
Isn't it stunning?
And the necklace.
I love it.
I love that.
You are so
clever. If you need a new home for that, Jill, can I borrow that for my holiday? It's beautiful.
It's really nice, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
what
really,
a way
really
to
beautiful.
dress a bag up. That's beautiful.
This is a really, really lovely email, number 425, and a gorgeous, gorgeous prom piece. It's been sent in by Joni Green in Matlock. He says, "Hi everyone, this is my first Wall of Fame entry. Just lazy, really." She says, "I made this wrist corsage for a student's prom. 3 years ago, she was diagnosed on the autistic spectrum and couldn't interact or stand noises or smells. Her life was a misery. With positive help, she's done her GCSEs and she's an amazing artist and has come on so much since she's attending the prom. I'm so proud of her. With that in mind, I made this with rose quartz stars to symbolise her persistence, some mystic coated, faceted clear quartz, and a few morganite beads, ribbons from Jewellery Maker, as is most of it." She says she loved it and enjoyed herself. Result. I get a lot of inspiration from Jewellery Maker designers and presenters for things to inspire my challenging students. You're definitely more than just a shopping channel." That's a really, really lovely email. Thank you so much for your comments. That's gorgeous. Joni, best of luck to you, my love. And that is stunning.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, really, really beautiful.
A lovely
Gorgeous.
way to use all the ribbon.
You sound like a lovely person. Thank you.
I have 423 here, which is a beautiful set of jewellery, and this is from Barbara, and she's in Bournemouth. Good morning to you all at Jewellery Maker Towers. My entry this week is a little summer necklace made from coral and your lovely gold findings. Good luck to everybody on Wednesday, and that's from Barbara in Bournemouth. Barbara, that's lovely. Really hot summery colours as well.
Fantastic. Now, I've got number 426 here. This is awesome. This is so, so, so cool. Sent in by Steve Ferry. "This charm bracelet was made by my lovely and very talented wife, Bev, using turquoise from Jewellery Maker, which she thought resembled a dino egg. She also found a T-Rex silver charm, a raptor tooth, and a piece of amber with an insect inclusion." Oh my word, you've got Jurassic Park. You've literally got Jurassic Park in a piece of jewellery there. The project was inspired when we bought loads and loads of amber the other weekend from Jewellery Maker. It was for our daughter's Vicky's 21st birthday, as she is dino mad. Isn't that awesome? Unfortunately, not everything was bought from Jewellery Maker, but we do spend a lot of money with you, and so it would save my credit card if Bev won. Please enter us into the Wall of Fame. Steve, no problem at all. That is absolutely awesome. I'd like to get more dinosaur-inspired entries, please. That is absolutely gorgeous. And best of luck to you, Steve and Bev. Gorgeous.
I have 424. And this is from Karen.
Oh my word, it's a mouse.
And she says, "Hello everyone, here is a colour hemo collar for my cat Oliver.
Oh.
He now matches my necklace," and that's from Karen, and she's in Lancashire. So he's got a matching collar to her bracelet. Oh, isn't that nice?
I think, who's the mouse?
I don't know.
I saw the mouse wear that on the stair. That is absolutely awesome.
Isn't it?
I love it.
Karen came on one of my courses. So,
oh, did she?
Yeah, so it's really nice to see.
Amethyst. There's been a lot of kerfuffle about this amethyst strand. I think there's something, I think Dion's got something, no. I knew she had something special in mind for this. She keeps on coming in and out of the studio and checking out this strand of amethyst. I think prepare yourself for something pretty incredible with this strand of amethyst. It's coming up in a few seconds.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
I think labradorite, when you think about it, is as beautiful as a diamond because it gives you, for me, more amazement than a diamond. You look at it and it does something really unexpected, like a lightning bolt.
Labradorite is one of those gemstones from Jewellery Maker that is always going to be a top seller. The labradorite that you get from Jewellery Maker has got extreme amounts of labradorescence. The colour saturation is just superb, and that's really indicative of the quality that we can get for you here at Jewellery Maker. It seems to reflect your moods as well. Whatever kind of mood you're in, whatever you put it with, it seems to bring out those gorgeous colours, so it really is a true chameleon gemstone.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on Jewellery Maker.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we have a commitment to providing genuine gemstones. We do that by up to 3 lab tests, and we have our own in-house gemologists. That therefore means that when we say genuine gemstones, that's exactly what you're getting.
Oh my word, you have got to get on the phones now for this. This is one of those deals you are going to be so glad that you were watching Jewellery Maker for. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Quality, quality, quality. Amethyst. The colour and the beauty that is in this strand is absolutely superb. Look at this. The most stunning colour, the most beautiful, soft, gentle purple qualities here. You're almost looking at kind of kunzite tones here, aren't you? Absolutely delicious quality amethyst. Faceted ovals here. This is really, really, really pretty. Today, this brand new strand of amethyst was not going to be the price that we're about to show you. In actual fact, this gemstone strand was actually going to be near enough twice the price that we are going to show you today. This genuinely, I mean, look at that. Each one of these gemstones, I mean, I would set these in rings. I'd set them into wire wrap rings. Look at this. You're getting approximately on this strand 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, about 20 on this strand. If I just show you, I don't know, I'll show you one of the large ones maybe. Look at that. Look at that. In a ring. I mean, that is just stunning, isn't it? In a beautiful wire work ring. Beautiful, beautiful quality. As a centerpiece, absolutely delicious. That, you know, potentially you have enough gemstones here for about 20 rings. 10 pairs of earrings perhaps. Do you know what? Every single person who's coming to get this so far, apart from one, has multi-bought this strand. That should give you a clear indication as to how low this is going to go. The price we're actually going to bring this to you today for is near enough half the price we were actually going to show you. It is the most incredible strand. Look at the clarity. Can you see the clarity, the quality, the gorgeous colours, the brilliance that you're going to be getting here is absolutely superb. And so many of you now are just, you're multi-buying. I can count what, maybe 2 of you that I can see haven't multi-bought. Everyone else has been multi-buying 2s, 3s of this incredible strand. The majority of people coming through to get this are on the web, because you can already see the prices is going to go down to. On the phone lines, I haven't got as many of you coming through because you don't know what the price is. If I was to tell you today, this strand is actually going to go under £10. Today, it's not $9.95. No. Have a look at your deal today. This is about half the price this is meant to be today. How incredible is that? It was meant to be $12.95 today, $7.95. Oh my word, look at that. Those colours, that clarity, that faceting, absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Now, at the minute, I've got about 10, 11, well, about a dozen of you who haven't checked out. Oh no, actually, you're all checking your baskets out now. There we go, lovely. You're all checking your baskets out now because, oh my goodness me, $7.95, that is lower than I think anybody expected it to go. Honestly, $12.95 is meant to be our price today. $7.95 is the price we have actually done. It's just incredible. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, this is just tremendous. Well done to every single one of you coming through to get this out. The majority of you are multi-buying either 2s and 3s of this incredible genuine gemstone strand, $7.95. Sarah, that is an amazing price for amethyst, isn't it? For amethyst of this kind of quality and clarity.
Well, it's just an incredible price for amethyst.
Yeah.
Then you've got all of those additional qualities coming through with it. So you're getting an amazing deal here with that. I just love that real delicate quality these ones have got. They're not the real sort of deep ones. They're just really pretty, very feminine tones coming through, and you've got the facets on there which just really lift them as well, which I just love amethyst anyway.
And do you know what, interesting enough, you said those delicate colours. This is almost exactly the same as lavender amethyst. With the lavender amethyst that we normally bring you, that's normally completely opaque.
Yes.
Whereas this has got shed loads of clarity. It's got loads and loads of clarity. So if you want to get that lavender colour, but you still want the clarity that you get with some of the darker gemstones or some of the kind of medium tone gemstones, this is absolutely the one for you. I'm over the moon we can do this for that price. And do you know why we can bring this to you for that price? Well, today we bought you loads and loads of findings deals. We bought you loads of incredible deals, and we just thought, do you know what? Let's just do it. Let's absolutely every single thing we bought you today, be it a kit, be it the Kumihimo boards, be it the findings, we bought you the most tremendous prices. $7.95 for lavender amethyst in colour. It's lavender amethyst in clarity. It's just It's absolutely second to none. Now, I've still got loads of people coming through. I've got lots of you waiting on the phone lines. Please wait on the phones. We're moving on just purely because of time. There are still some of these left. We've got loads of you still coming to the phones and the web. There are still some of these left. Do not go anywhere. Hold those lines if you're waiting. That with Sarah's challenge would be amazing. We've just got so much to bring you between now and the end of the show. Yeah, here we go. Is this the right? No. Hang on. Yeah, I think it's this one. Oh no, here it is. Whoa. It's been ages since I brought this to you. Jump ring maker. Love this. Here we go, jump ring maker. Now, what does this do? It makes toast. No, it makes jump rings. Can't have a close in the name. Right, okay. Okay, so you've got the jump ring maker. I haven't seen this one before. These are enormous. Wow. Oh my word. Okay, this rather unassuming looking tool is a jump ring maker. You get your handle and you get your 4 mandrels. I don't think I've ever bought you these jump ring makers in such a size. I've normally bought you 4, 6, 7 and 8 mil jump ring mandrels here. This is 10, 12, 14 and 16. So you can make jump rings that are up to 16 millimeters in size. That's amazing. Let me show you how you use this. Okay, so you simply get your mandrel, which has got the little screw end on it. Check I'm putting it through the right end. I am. There we go. You literally screw it onto the universal nut just there. Okay. You've got a hole at the top here. Okay, so you've got a hole at the top here to feed your wire through. So you feed your wire through the hole and just kind of anchor it. It's just basically to anchor it. The wire then comes through this hole here, and all you do is simply hold your wire on and just do that. And you are literally making jump rings. You are literally making your own jump rings. Now it's completely up to you. You can either cut the wire here, take it off as a gizmo coil, use it as a gizmo coil, cut them up and make them into spacer beads, or you can make your own jump rings with it. So you can literally saw cut these if you want to. This is an amazing tool because I didn't even know that we did the jump ring the jump ring makers with this size mandrel. I thought it was just the 4, 6, 7 and 8 size. You can make 10, 12, 14 and 16 millimeter size jump rings. That is absolutely incredible. Sarah, you can make some massive jump rings with this, can't you?
You can, but you can also make really nice figure of 8 connectors.
Ooh!
So what you do is you make your jump rings, you make the spiral as you would do normally, but instead of cutting every single one to make a jump ring, you cut every other one, and you end up with sort of almost looks like, you know, the key ring.
I know exactly what you mean.
Piece,
yeah.
And then what you do is you just fold it out at the join, and you get a figure of 8 type connector.
Nice.
And you can overlap those with smaller jump rings and create almost like your own chain.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it just, if you actually overlap the 2 figures of 8s and actually put a jump ring on between, you end up with a really substantial chain.
Well, that's incredible. I didn't even know that we did these with such large mandrels. I thought it was the 4, 6, 7 and 8. These are 10, 12, 14 and 16 millimetre mandrels here. We're going to have to bring you a price. Loads of you coming through. Here's your deal today. Oh, you see, that is just an amazing price. That price there is just superb. That is the kind of price where, again, a bit like the Kumihimo disc today, you just get it. It's a nothing price. £7.95p. People nowadays think nothing of going into a sandwich shop at lunchtime, buying a sandwich, packet of crisps, bottle of water, maybe a chocolate bar as well, and maybe getting a magazine from the newsagents and spending a tenner. People think nothing of that nowadays because that's just how much things cost. And things like that, a sandwich and a packet of crisps, etc., they're going to last you, half an hour, an hour. This is a tool you can use again and again and again and again and again. £7.95. If you've got the smaller mandrels already, then you'll know how useful they are. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to take traveling. It's very, very portable as well. You don't need any kind of clamps to clamp this to a table. Whereas with some kind of coiling tools, you have to kind of clamp it so you've got a good tension point. This, you literally put your wire through the hole there. And wrap it around a couple of times by hand to create a little anchor, and you just simply just twist it round, and you're making your own jump rings. It's incredible. Or as Sarah says, making your own links to create your own chain. That is just amazing. So get involved as quickly as you can. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Loads of you coming through. I just think that's amazing. Again, I've got so many of you today putting things in your basket and not checking out. Please, please check out your baskets to avoid any kind of disappointment. I don't want you to miss out. I really don't want you to miss out. So, moving on now. Okay, here we go. So, now one of our biggest selling knotting tools, the Easy Knotter. Here we go. So, this is just the simplest tool in the world ever. Fast, accurate, simple to use knot tying tool. Right, okay, so it comes with, oh, here they are, instructions. Not that you're going to need them, it's so easy to use. Comes with instructions, there they are, and pictures, which is always good. Some instructions on how to use this tool, okay? There they are. You're going to need them maybe once. Here's your Easy Knotter tool. If you like to create those really lovely kind of beach style pieces of jewellery where you use lots of hemp cord and you have kind of sporadically spaced gemstones that are kind of floating around the necklace, this is a great, great, great tool to use. You've literally got you've got your measurements here with your peg in the middle to tie your knot around, and you can space your gemstones out accordingly. You can space them out evenly, or you can have them a little bit more organically spaced out. It really is entirely up to you. We've got a clip on it to show you how to use this tool as well. It's one of the easiest tools that we've ever brought you here on Jewellery Maker.
So you create an overhand knot with your pre-threaded beads, taking the beads through the loop, like so. Then what you do is you take the knot and you put it over the knotting tool, and then you pull to the desired length. So in this instance, I'd like 1 inch between my beads. So I've put my bead on the 1 inch mark on the right hand side, as I'm right handed. If I was left handed, I'd put it on the 1 inch mark on the left hand side. I then pull that tight, lift off my knotting tool. Now my beads, there's 1 inch between my bead and my knot. What I would do again is drop the next bead down, do exactly the same thing, so create an overhand knot, taking my beads through the overhand knot, like so, putting my knot back over, centre a bit, and just pull until it's the desired length. If I wanted that knot to be right up against the bead, I would just pull until the bead was right up against the knotting pin, I would then lift off and pull that knot tight, like so. And that's how easy it is to use the Easy Knotter tool.
Demo by the lovely Sara Elvin there. This has got to be one of the easiest knotting tools we have ever bought you here on Jewellery Maker. It really is incredible and very, very lightweight, nice and easy to transport, and as Sara showed you in that demo there, just a piece of cake to use. It's so simple and easy to use. I'm going to bring the price on screen. I've got so much to get through between now and the end of the show. Here's your deal today. £17.95p for the Easy Knotter tool, and it is just that. Sara, when you did the demo for this, because we do like to film demos with most of our tools,
yeah,
it's so self-explanatory, isn't it?
I don't think I had the instructions, but
yeah,
I've worked it out anyway. It's really it's a very simple tool to use, but it's great because it's desk-based. So maybe if you do struggle maybe with your dexterity and you need to have something that is desk-based, it's brilliant for that. And it's both left and right-handed, so the measurements go both way on both sides. So whether you're left or right-handed, you're not struggling to try and work the wrong way around, so it's great for that reason as well. But yeah, very simple tool to use, but it just means that you can take all the hard work out of getting those beads and those knots separated out. Yes.
Yeah, you've got those measurements ready to use, you've got it already set out for you, so you don't have to kind of get your ruler and kind of fiddle and fumble around like that. So a really simple tool to use. £17.95, well done. Now, triple deal, really? Oh, now this is absolutely gorgeous. Pop those there. Here we go. Now, this is such an awesome triple deal. Right. My favourite cut for any beaded gem is the bicone. When you've got a gemstone like carnelian, oh yeah, when you've got a gemstone like carnelian, you have got so much variety of colour, you've got so much beautiful variety of quality. This has got to be one of the most beautiful strands of carnelian, just purely because you're getting the full variety of colour there. You're getting everything from oranges to yellows to barley sugar colours to pretty much colourless gemstones as well. You're getting beautiful examples of this incredible gemstone. The bicone cut, I think, suits any gemstone. If you want to make it look glamorous, it looks effortlessly glamorous. I think it looks like a proper jewel, if you know what I mean. When I think of jewels, and I think of reading kind of storybooks when I was a child, and seeing pictures of jewels and kings and queens and princesses wearing jewels. This is the kind of shape that I always think of. I love its angular quality. You're getting 3 strands. Look at these. Look how different they are. 3 strands of beautiful carnelian here. They're all absolutely stunning, aren't they? Just the most wonderful quality. Now, this is a genuine triple deal here. You can graduate these colours, you can separate them out, you can mix them all together. It's really entirely up to you. Fact of the matter is, it's a triple deal. The price point is going to be superb. Should be over £20 today. Easy to see why. Today, we're going low. We're going low buffalo. Triple deal, £12.95p for 3 strands of carnelian. And this is a genuine gemstone which has been used in jewellery for thousands upon thousands of years. When ancient tombs have been excavated, quite often carnelian pieces of jewellery have been found. I love the thought of just making a load of stretchy bracelets out of these. The gemstone size and shape is so perfect. Really lends itself to gorgeous stretchy bracelets. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Really pretty. I like the thought of graduating these maybe. Going from the kind of cooler whites right the way through to those really hot oranges and reds. I love the thought of graduating those colours and tones. Really beautiful. Loads of you coming through on the web today. And on the phone lines as well now. £12.95p for 3 strands of carnelian. Should be over £20, not today. Not today. Under £13. Really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Bicones, it's such a lovely shape, isn't it, Sara? It really lends itself to so many different designs.
It does. I mean, if you're a new jewellery maker, once you sort of mastered the standard round gemstone, which is where we all begin, typically, this is the next sort of gemstone to go for.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned, because it tessellates beautifully. So if you've done things like a beady bead with a round bead, if If you do it with a bicone, it looks completely different because
Yeah.
they join together. They actually sit next to each other, and all those gaps that you get with a round beady bead disappear.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, beady beads with bicones, they just interlock beautifully,
They do.
don't they?
And so it's just a really nice stepping stone into a different shaped gemstone. And then once you started using those, you just start incorporating them with the rounds, and then you'd go on to ovals and whatever else you want to use. But they look fantastic on the bead loom too.
Ah, yeah, I bet they do. I bet they kind of lock together beautifully, don't they?
They do.
We've got the bead loom coming up as well on today's show between now and the end of the show, so within the next half an hour. So if you do want to get the bead loom, which Sarah specialises in, then please do, because bicone gemstones do slot together beautifully, and particularly on the bead loom. In fact, let's do the bead loom now. Stuff it, let's do the bead loom now. We weren't going to bring it to you until right at the end of the show, but let's just do it now. We've had a lot of people come through for this bundle, so let's bring this to you now. Okay, so it's here. Rick's bead loom. The great thing about this tool, and you can always tell, I think, like you can tell with things like, if I say to you, and I can't really mention brand names, but you know that really, I mean it is quite expensive, but you know that incredible food processor that everybody wants basically, and it's clearly been made by somebody who is used to cooking and is used to preparing food. Can I just say the name of it? KitchenAid. You know the KitchenAid? Yeah. You've never heard of the KitchenAid? Oh my goodness me, it's like the ultimate food processor. I really, really want one. And it's absolutely fantastic. It looks fantastic, and it does literally everything in the kitchen apart from the washing up. And it's clearly been designed by somebody who understands the preparation for food, and it's been designed by somebody who's passionate about it. This tool has been designed by a jewellery maker, Rick. It's been designed by someone who enjoys making pieces of jewellery, but was looking for a solution when using a bead loom, because there are loads of different bead looms on the market, looking for a solution when bead looming pieces of jewellery. Solutions like, you don't want to be hunched over your bead loom, so he created a bead loom which is ever so slightly on a slant. Can you see that? It's absolutely fantastic. You can also put this on a slight angle should you want to as well, so you're hunched over it even less. But the fact that you're working on a slight angle means you won't be hunched over your bead loom as much as you would be. The pieces which are part of this bead loom, this bead loom will arrive to you like this. Made up, assembled. All you've got here is some of your pegs and your metal rods as well. Those are the only bits which you will need to assemble. Everything else is done for you, so you don't have to kind of worry about putting all this together. And that's another objective. Some of these bead looms, which when you buy them, they come to you in a packet which are really, really long and thin, which is great, but you've got to assemble this, which is often the most difficult thing in the world to do because the instructions never work and there's always a bit missing. So this comes to you ready made up, okay? The quality of the pieces that come out of the bead loom are absolutely superb. Sarah has put together a bead loom DVD as well, which you can get on our website, JewelleryMaker.com. It's absolutely fantastic, and when we launched it, it sold so well. Comes with loads of instructions, which will give you inspiration on kind of designs which you might want to go for. Really clear, really concise. It's such a fantastic tool to use. And it's a really nice quality tool as well, isn't it, Sarah?
It is. It's just, it's made for purpose. It's just absolutely quality, the sturdiness, the fact that, I mean, I always have one of these particularly in the car with me. I don't have to be precious about, putting it in the car and panicking that I'm going to break it, because it's so well made. And also the fact is that it's been made that you don't lose any of the parts either. I know they all come in a little bag when you first get it, but you can put your rods on the magnets
on the
back.
magnets, yeah.
You can put your T-pins in the holes on the bead loom, and that's it. They're all there ready to go. So you do not lose them. Yeah,
it really is the most fantastic tool. And you know what, Sarah, you're right. Here are your pins here, which you can pop, which look a bit like golf tees.
Yep.
And you just pop them in the holes there, keep them nice and safe there. They're not going to go anywhere. And as Sarah says, the magnets on the end of the bead loom as well are great for storing your metal pegs as well. Now, we're going to bring your price on screen. I've got lots of you waiting. I've already got a number of you confirming as well. Here's your deal today, £29.95p. Now, I did a bit of research before the live show today. I have to be honest, I did only about 5 minutes research on the internet today, looking at the price of this bead loom compared to exactly the same bead loom elsewhere. and I saw a price of $37.95. I also saw a price which is kind of in between. I can't remember whether it was 30. It might have been $36.95 as well. But definitely, the price which you can see here was amongst the lowest prices out there. $29.95 for Rick's bead loom. It's absolutely fantastic. And I think you ask anybody who is coming to get this whether they are confident with using the bead loom, whether it's something which is brand new to them, and we keep on getting the same feedback about this incredible tool, which is it's really, really easy to use. The results are fantastic. The instructions are really, really useful as well. I would advise that you get the bead loom DVD, which Sarah put together as well a few months ago. It is absolutely fantastic, though. It really, really is wonderful. And you found this a good bead loom to use by comparison to other bead looms that you've used in the past.
This is the easiest one I've ever had.
Brilliant. Okay.
And it also means that you can do multiple warps very, very quickly. It means that you get your pieces of jewellery to come out of your loom with less fuss. You've got less ends to finish off, and it just means that it's a real joy to actually do the looming. You know, to do that weaving. Whereas when you've got to set every strand by hand, and then you've got to finish every one off, it takes the fun out of it. And so it just means that this one means that I can finish all my jewellery a lot quicker, get a really professional finish, and you get pieces of jewellery like that.
There are some examples there. Sorry, Sarah, I didn't even see you set up the examples here. Some beautiful examples of bead loom jewellery as well. Whilst we're having a look at those, I'll just read some. I'll read a text out from Dorothea, who says, "Please may I ask Sarah a question? I can't use fine beading needles anymore. Would I be able to use beading thread on the bead loom?"
Yes, you can use your beading thread. So this piece here is all done with beading thread.
Some lovely pieces there, Sarah.
Yeah, so that's all beading thread with the nuggets. So it's actually on beading thread with beading thread threaded through the nuggets. So that's all done with that. You can use wire as well, fine wire, so 0.4 wire.
Okay.
So you can use that as your warp threads and also as your weft threads. So you can use any material basically that's, if you're going to take it through the beads, it would just need to be stiff enough to hold its sort of strength as it goes through the beads. So beading thread's fine.
You get such a lovely finish, don't you? And you get such a different finish.
You do. It's quite. It's got quite a solid feel, but because it's got that movement in it, you know, you can. It moves in all directions, but it's got a good sort of solid base for those gemstones, because these are quite big chunky nuggets.
Yeah, they are big chunky nuggets, aren't they?
So it just really makes it really easy to use. So yes, you can.
Did we get a chance to look at those pieces just there that Sarah made? So yeah, you can get the most beautiful, the most beautiful looking pieces of jewellery, the most wonderful effects. I would advise you get them Sarah's bead loom DVD. Unfortunately, we have got to move on just purely because of time. We've got so much to bring in between now and the end of the show. So how about these beautiful cube beads? We bought you these in yellow gold plated copper earlier on. Here they are in silver flash plated copper. These are slightly bigger than the ones we bought you earlier on. We bought you 2mm beads earlier on. These are 3.5mm beads. I love these. Again, very, very, very highly faceted. Lots and lots of angles for the light to reflect, to give you that sparkle, to give you that incredible sparkle. Today's finding seals have all been about building your stash up. We bought you some irresistible price points. We really, really have, and we're not stopping at those prices that we bought you already today, because this is going to be incredible as well. You're going to be getting roughly 144 of these beads. This is incredible, okay? Because these can really make a difference between your jewellery looking homemade and beautifully handmade. Think about using these not just as accent beads, but think about using them as the main feature. Being brave, making pendants, anklets, making beautiful bracelets, rings just out of these beads. I certainly would, and I think they'd look amazing. They'd look really expensive and really high-end as well. Loads of you coming through on the web now. Lots of you allocating this to your basket as well. I'd advise you check out your baskets as quickly as possible, because this is going to be one of those deals that's just going to disappear. It's going to go. They're a little bit bigger than the yellow gold plated ones we bought you earlier on. Here's your price point. Just get it. Multi-buy, just get it. Absolutely fantastic. The majority of you coming through now are now multi-buying. Loads of you checking your baskets out. $6.95 for roughly 144, look at all those, an army of beads. It is though, isn't it? A world of beads. It really is. Have you ever seen the film Troy? Not that I watched it just because of Brad Pitt and Eric Bana, but did you ever see the film Troy? When there's that big battle that's about to happen, and there's that one Grecian warship, and it goes out and out and out, and there are just hundreds and thousands of incredible warships. It's a little bit like that, isn't it? If you use your imagination. A little bit like that, where there's 144. It is a bit dramatic. Can we start off with one of the beads in shot, maybe? I don't know how easy that will be. Go on, Kerry. Hang on. Hang on. I don't know how to do it. Where do you want it? Do you want it here? Here? On the desk? Here we go. Okay, so there's one bead. You think it's just one bead, but it's not. It's a whole army of beads. They came in the droves. Millions of beads. Rah! Rah! I mean, it is incredible. It's an army of beads. Come on. You know it is. It's an army of beads taking over the world. Literally, that picture there, that says it all, doesn't it? Cue dramatic music. I'm just imagining lots of fire and lots of maybe a bit of a Braveheart moment. Freedom! You know, I don't know. I'm just loving the amount of findings we're bringing you today.
If you want to just use beads, you can make something like those.
Say again, Sarah.
If you just want to use beads, you can make something like those.
Oh,
that's
wow,
just a space
yeah.
of beads.
Oh, do you know what? She's on it today, isn't she, Sarah?
So it's just space of beads and wire. That's all that is.
Do you know what? I don't want to take anything away from genuine gemstones because we've got loads and loads and loads here on Jewellery Maker. That's what we're about. We're about genuine gemstones. But I have to say, sometimes you just want metal. You don't necessarily want genuine gemstones. You just want beautiful metal beads, metal qualities, because they are things of beauty, aren't they? They really are things of beauty. It's not just about having them as accent, you know, mechanics to physically put pieces of jewellery together. They look awesome. I think they're beautiful. They are things of beauty. You know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, you know what I mean. Thing of beauty. What was that saying? A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Numero uno. So, got another findings deal here. Are you finding these deals irresistible? Finding? Are you finding it? No, just forget it. I don't know. Just all my puns are rubbish. Okay. Here we go. So, got a findings deal for you here for rose gold plated copper and antique bronze plated copper findings. First time we brought you antique bronze on today's show. There they are. 2 packs of 115 findings. 2 packs of 115 findings. Oh, look at those, yeah. Those are your antique bronze plated copper findings there. Can I show you the head pins? I just love these star top head pins. There they are. They're so cute. I love them. You can recreate that beautiful design Sarah showed us earlier on using the star top head pins. There they are. Super fine head pins. This is a lovely toggle clasp. Let me show you this toggle clasp. It's such a lovely looking thing. You're beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous T-bar clasp there. You've also got this flower connector as well. These findings are just such great quality. Look at that. Love the look of these. They're so vintage. They're really, really beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so let me just kind of give you a bit of a heads up. One of these findings packs on its own, did you say $9.95? Yeah, one of these findings packs on its own is $9.95. Okay, you're getting 2 lots of 115 findings there. So really, you know, I know, we all know, you should be paying what, £20 or so, yeah? For both packs of these findings. Well, that's what you should be paying, yeah? Sorry? Yeah, my chair's just, I don't even know where, I'm sitting about 6 foot away from the desk because I've got my leg in front of me. Just carry on like it's normal. Rose gold plated copper and antique bronze plated copper. 2 meters of chain, and loads and loads and loads of findings. Absolutely incredible. Dion, you know these are $9.95 per 115, so $9.95 each for the rose gold. How much are the antique bronze? So the antique bronze plated findings are $7.95 on their own. The rose gold plated copper findings are $9.95 on their own. Okay, so it's going to be close to £20, yeah? Have a look at your deal today for 100 and whoa, whoa, that's incredible. That is absolutely amazing. That is a genuine stash builder. £11.95p. And I'll say it once, I'll say it again. There is nowhere that I can find, nowhere, and I've done my research, there's nowhere that I've managed to find that can offer you this amount of variety in a findings pack. This amount of variety in a findings pack. You can get a pack of 400 eye pins, you can get a pack of 800 crimp beads, but I don't necessarily want to get 800 crimp beads in one go. My budget doesn't stretch to 800 crimp beads, 800 head pins, 800 lobster claw clasps, 80 metres of chain. My budget doesn't stretch that far. What I want to be able to get is lots and lots and lots of different findings for a fantastic price. It's exactly what these kind of deals offer you. $11.95 for 230 findings. Absolutely fantastic. It really, really is just gorgeous. And from doing research on the internet, before we bring you deals like this, the only place that can offer you this amount of variety for a price like this, and I was on the internet, I thought, oh my goodness me, I found another company that does exactly the same kind of offer that we can do. I checked out the website, it was Jewellery Maker. Honestly, I cannot find this amount of variety, this kind of quality for a price like this. I honestly think that we are second to none. And if you're brand new to Jewellery Maker today, take a risk. Just take a chance. Start your order today. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee with absolutely everything that you get from Jewellery Maker. If you get it home, you're not happy with the quality, you're not happy with anything that you get, send it back. We will give you your money back. No problem at all. No questions asked. No reason. You don't have to give us a reason. If you want to, you can, but we don't ask for a reason. $11.95 for 230 gorgeous findings. Or look at it as 228 findings and 2 meters of chain. That's an awful lot of chain. That's an awful lot of chain. That's 6 foot of chain. That's taller than me, and I'm tall. Yeah, I'm a 5'10". 5'10". I don't look tall. How does a tall person look? I'm 5'10". I'm 5 foot. How tall are you, Sarah?
Oh, I'm only 5'6".
5'6".
I've got heels on though.
My mum's 5'3". My mum's 5'3". My dad's 6'6". They look hilarious together. I love them. I love them. They're lovely. Who? Kerry, how tall are you? 5'4". 5'4". Cass, how tall are you? 5'7". This is an interesting conversation, isn't it? Not really, is it? No. Okay, $11.95 for 230 findings. How tall are you? Oh, how tall are you? Oh, how tall are you? Can't even know. 4'10". 4'10".
She is tiny. I've seen her.
Have you?
Absolutely. Well, on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But she is tiny. Absolutely.
Teeny tiny.
Tiny. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Not Kylie Minogue, but the findings deal. And do you know what? The rose gold and the antique bronze look really good together, don't you think, Sarah?
Oh, they do. I absolutely love the combination together. It just really puts that vintage tone to your jewellery.
Really vintage. Do you know what I'd be tempted to do, actually? Get one of these big connectors, maybe this one here. And I don't think it would be wasteful because it would be something I'd wear all day, every day. Get these connectors and just make a big bracelet just with loads of links of chain. Wouldn't that be great? Stuff using it in loads of jewellery, just use it in one massive piece.
Yeah.
Now, I have been bullying Dion for the last week. Well, I only came back to work after 3 weeks away last week, but anyway, I've been bullying Dion for the last couple of shows to bring you this deal. We were meant to play it on Wednesday. We didn't end up playing it. We were meant to play it on Thursday. Didn't end up playing it. Why has it taken you almost a week to bring this? Are you genuinely worried about this deal or something? Right. Okay. Now, sorry, sweetie. Can you pass me that black ball, please? Thanks, Cass. The deal you're about to see is probably going to send our telephone lines into meltdown, into overdrive. We offer you loads of different findings packs and findings here on Jewellery Maker. Yeah. We bought you great deals on shepherd's hook earring findings, matrix boxes. You can get shepherd's hook earring findings in the findings deal that we just offered you. You can get crimp beads. You can get lobster claw clasps. You can get all the kind of findings we've already bought you today, even spacer beads in the findings pack deals that we've just bought you. Yeah. One thing that we haven't really been able to bring you in recent history is eye pins. We're about to bring you an eye pin deal. Now, what are eye pins great for? Okay, well, you're basically getting a piece of wire with an eye in it. As you can see, it's got a little eye at the top, okay? Get a gemstone, pop a gemstone onto your eye pin and create a little loop at the other end. You've then got a gemstone with two eyes, an eye at the top and an eye at the bottom. That is ready to make in your own, into your own gemstone chain. Eye pins are really, really fantastic findings to use. These are 925 sterling silver. Not only have I not bought you a deal on eye pins for months and months and months, but these are silver. These are precious metal. They're not plated, they're not coated. These are 95 sterling silver. If I can just give you a little bit of a heads up, already we have got die-hard Jewellery Maker fans calling through and coming through on the web. Already we've got die-hard Jewellery Maker fans. These are people who buy from us every single day, coming through on the web, coming through on the phone lines for this deal, okay? Already the phone lines and the web have gone berserk. The reason for that is, firstly, these are eye pins. We hardly ever bring you eye pin deals. I don't know why, but hopefully we'll be able to bring you more eye pin deals as we move forward with Jewellery Maker. Secondly, these are precious metal. These are 925 sterling silver. You're getting 100 in total. The first price you're going to see is the price that if you bought these on our website today, this is what they would cost you. 109.25, and you can tell they're silver. They're so smooth. They are so soft. They are so shiny. You can tell that they are not. Look how shiny and reflective they are. The world's most reflective precious metal is silver. Now, £34.75 is the price that you would pay on our website if you were to buy all of these eye pins today, okay? Because we're bringing you 100 and not 10, we are able to bring you a saving. This is incredible. £21.75. I've been asking Dion since last Wednesday to play this deal because I knew, yeah, it's a little bit more considered. It's eye pins though, and it's 95 sterling silver. We can all see why it's £21.95. It should be close to £35. It's easy to see why. It's easy to see why there are so many people coming through on the web and the phone lines of this. It is absolutely out of this world. Now, Sarah, you can tell, can't you? When you pick up 95 sterling silver findings, you can tell, can't you? The quality is extraordinary, isn't it?
It is, and it's just the absolute malleability as well. Just, they're so easy to use. The fact that you've got, you know, precious metal. If you want to make, you know, your earrings and all of those, you know, your own links and things like that, you have to have these. And yes, you can make your own, but it's all the time that goes into that. And you know, I always feel that I don't want to cut the ball off these head pins to make an eye pin.
To make an eye pin, exactly.
It feels like I'm sort of, you know, doing something I really shouldn't be doing to create that finding. So having these is brilliant. You know, I would be stocking up on these because I'm running actually quite low on my eye pins. So it's time to stock up, and I think a lot of people at home will be in the same feeling.
Exactly. I would multi-buy, as a lot of you are, and not to mention which Sarah says, you know, she doesn't necessarily want to cut the end off head pins to make eye pins. Please, 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 and I see this so often, and I don't want you to do this. Please, when you're using these eye pins, any offcuts that you get, do not throw them away, because you are throwing away precious metal. I know that a lot of our guest designers, I know Linda comes to mind, definitely. when she uses sterling silver eye pins, they are like gold dust here on Jewellery Maker. We hardly have any of them available. When she uses sterling silver eye pins, and she has even a tiny ½ centimetre offcut, she puts them in a pot, and when the pot is full, she takes them to the jewellery quarter in Birmingham to sell as scrap metal, as scrap precious metal, because it's a precious metal. The sterling silver that I wear in a ring that I wear every single day is the same sterling silver that's in these eye pins. Please, if you have any offcuts from these eye pins, do not throw them away, because you are throwing away money. You are throwing away precious metal. This is precious metal. Okay, we hardly ever bring you eye pins. We've hardly got any in stock. Today, not only eye pins, 100 eye pins, and they're sterling silver. Very, very special deal there. Most of you are multi-buying, which I'm really, really pleased to see. Honestly, you've got to get it. Got to get it. Right, now, we bought you the bead loom already today, which has been nice and popular, which is great. Bead loom DVD. I tell you what, we've had to really persuade the powers that be upstairs to actually give this to us today, because I think we were going to play it tomorrow, on tomorrow's show, because we've got seed beads coming up tomorrow. But if you want to come in and get the bead loom today, ask the call centre or live help to add it to your order for $29.95, and we can do that for you, no problem at all. We've also got seed beads coming up on tomorrow's show, okay? So ideally, using those seed beads with the bead loom, wonderful. Here is the bead loom DVD. Here's a little excerpt from the DVD, which Sara takes. It's a fantastic DVD. When we launched this the first time, oh my goodness me, I think we ordered 1,000 of these DVDs, and over half the quantity was allocated within the live show. It was absolutely brilliant. £4.95p. Please do add it onto your order. Now, the great thing about this bead loom DVD is it actually does apply. If you have any other bead looms, you can use this DVD against those bead looms, okay? However, what I would say is, this bead loom, the Rick's bead loom that we bought you already on today's show, and feel free to add it to your order for $29.95. It is, as Sara said, the simplest bead loom she's ever used. Adding beads, pattern creation, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, and finishing touches. That's all on this DVD, and those pictures are the kind of designs you get to create from this DVD. It's really, really awesome DVD. So please do feel free to add that onto your order for $4.95. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad we were able to do that, Sara, because I didn't think we were going to be able to.
No, it's really nice if you've got the loom to get that, because it just takes away any of those worries you might have, and just gets you started on the right direction with somebody there just to point you in the right direction and give you all the help and tips you need. Yeah,
it really is. It is. If you've got the bead loom, you've got to get the DVD. It's one of the biggest selling DVDs that we've had this year so far. It's been absolutely wonderful. Right, okay, very, very quickly. Mesh, very, very quickly indeed. Mesh collection. We've got that beautiful mesh design that we saw earlier on that someone said they were watching Jewellery Maker, inspired one of Mark Smith's designs, who's one of our guest designers. This is awesome. There are DVDs which concern mesh. It is absolutely amazing. It looks like fabric, feels like fabric, acts like fabric, but it's actually metal mesh. It's absolutely incredible. You get 1 metre of bronze coloured wire mesh, 1 metre of gold, and you also get 1 metre of black and 1 metre of dark green as well. It's absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome material. It's like a hollow tube of mesh. It's absolutely superb. Please do go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page to see examples of the wire mesh in action. You get 4 metres of gorgeous mesh here. We're going to bring you the price very, very quickly, because we've got to go over to Sara and look at her challenge as well. £8.95p for 4 metres of mesh. Lots of you adding this to your order. Hang on a minute. Didn't this used to be about £8.95 a metre? I'm sure it used to be about £7.95, £8.95 a metre. Dion the Destroyer, that needs to be your name, Dion. Don't you remember? Didn't this used to be about £8.95 a metre? Naughty Dion, says Emily. Do you know what? That is... I'm sure that's the kind of price we used to charge for kind of 1 metre. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive about that. That's £8.95 for 4 metres. Right, okay, I'm going to head over to Sara because we've hardly got any time left. Right, Sara. How have you got on with your challenge, love?
I've just finished that piece. Whew. Right.
Oh my word! What have you made?
Right to the wire, as per usual. I always leave it to the last minute, but there you go.
Oh wow, wow, wow! I'm having that. That is absolutely beautiful.
You wanted pieces that just had the spacer beads in, and that literally is 1.5 wire, jump rings, and spacer beads.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Wow. Right, details on your screen at the minute for the amethyst trio, which were 2 strands of purple amethyst and the green amethyst. I adore that necklace. Right, so the green amethyst and the purple amethyst trio for 2 strands of purple, 1 strand of green, £8.95p. That is amazing. Have we got any of the Spacer Bead deal left? I hope we have. And the rose gold flash plated copper beads. We're going to put those details on the bottom there. These earrings are just delightful, Sarah. They're everyday pieces, aren't they?
They are. They're so everyday.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
And even though I've made all of those, I've got all of those left in there.
No. Yeah. Oh my word. Look how many Sarah's got left.
Got loads.
Details for your Spacer beads are at the bottom of the screen there.
Loads and loads and loads.
That is absolutely incredible. Oh, and look at this beautiful bracelet as well. Isn't that delicious? When are you next on, Sarah? When are you next with us?
Thursday Late Show.
Fantastic, okay.
Yeah.
So Sarah's going to be with you a bit later on in the week on the Late Show. This is just gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here today, Sarah. It's been lovely having you with us.
Absolutely loved every minute of that challenge. It's just amazing.
Isn't it gorgeous?
So nice to have just different materials. It's just lovely.
Really beautiful pieces. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please do not go anywhere. Sarah, wow, says Emily. Thanks a lot for that, Emily. Thanks a lot. Please tune in for the mid-show today. We've got incredible deals. That's amazing. Wire. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit.
It was here almost 650 years ago in Amir, where King Jai Singh first laid the foundations that was to become one of the world's most famous walled cities, Jaipur.
The city of Jaipur, commonly known as the Pink City, is now taking centre stage for gemstone cutting and trading. It's here in the bursting heart of the walled city that our gems of distinction strands are cut, faceted and polished.